That's a good one. Second Maccabees, the third chapter.
Bring it up.
No. Says we fight for our laws. We fighting for our rights. You know? Yeah, right?
Okay.
As usual, you know.
Blow the Trump.
Blow the
Not
trumpet.
the down.
Lord said, blow the trumpet in the midst of Israel.
She got.
You know?
She got. That's how you
right.
bring in Hanukkah.
That's right.
That's right.
That's right.
That's right.
First and foremost, we want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakam Double honors to the apostles, elders, and bishops of being millstone. Shalom to the elect. And to the men that died doing the work of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, to the Shalom first. To the men, women, and children that believe on the true name of the Father and the Son. Which the Father's name is Yahweh, he exists. The Son's name is Yahweh Shai, he is the deliverer, because he's coming to deliver us from this captivity that we're in. Church of Philadelphia, once again, on the highways and hedges, on the prophesied the downfall of this wicked kingdom. And like we said, this is the first day of Hanukkah officially. It came in at sundown today, so we in that for about 7 days. So that's what, so about the 20th, I believe. The sundown, that's when it ended. That's okay. We were just talking about like how fast this time is going, man. We were almost in 2026. It seemed like we just came into 2025.
Right.
Like it was just New Year's, now we're back at it again.
Right.
So the Lord is speeding up times for us. But for his elect, the Lord's going to be a part of that number. You got to
Right. So it says, matter of fact, I'm gonna get this in First Maccabees, the third chapter, round about God. First Maccabees chapter 3 and verse. The point is at 22, but I'm gonna start at 16 because for the simple fact that the brother made mention about how we in the first day of Hanukkah, which is a 7-day feast to represent the victory of the Israelites back then, which you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians, how we overcame, how the Lord allowed us to overcome our enemies at the time, which was the Greeks, which to this day we're still in captive under, which are known biblically as what? The Edomites, Esau, right? How we shall war with Amalek for generations. I believe that's in I believe that's in Exodus or Numbers, if I'm not mistaken. Because we've been dealing with this conflicted behavior with these nations, but now we're gonna have a feast because it's a memorial. So we're about to overcome these heathens, man. We're about to overcome these heathens, that have been ruling over us for far too long already. To the point where our people don't even know who the fuck they're for, who they are. Their father, So, and real quick before I read it, the Lord is not dealing with many numbers, a majority or few greater numbers, because that's how the Lord is going to show his power. He shows his power through the lowly, through the weak, to the least expected. You know, the ones that's outnumbered. Their backs is against the wall. Everybody down on them. That's how the Lord is going to use the underdogs to show his power. You know? So I say that to read this. In the book of 1 Maccabees, chapter 3, in verse number 16, all right, it says, and when he came near to the going up of Beth-horon, Judas went forth to meet him with a small company, who when they saw the host coming to meet them, said unto Judas, how shall we be able, being so few, so fight against so great a multitude and so strong? Right, just like now, right? We are few in number. You know, there's only 3 of us out here prophesying the downfall of a kingdom. You know, 3 little average men. You know, publicans, 9-to-5 workers, but which cursing the king out in his face and telling them, you and your family's gonna be destroyed and your kingdom. You know, and so now those same people that was ruling over us back then, right, are ruling today. But it says, who went? They were saying basically how we are able to, basically overcome these people when there's more of them than us. So that's what he's asking, you know, because they, you gotta understand the adrenaline, the midst of the emotions and everything. You know, you got men beside you talking, and you gotta calm them down. Just like now, we talk to each other. Tell brothers like, don't, you know what I mean? Relax. You know, we got this. You know, make exhorting videos for one another. Sometimes we may talk, hey, brother, you know, hey, man, you know.
God.
Because we know to this day who's ruling. But it says,
Yeah, I got it.
matter of fact,
Bring that up real quick, bro.
God.
That's good.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7, verse 6. For thou art an holy people unto Yahweh, thy power. Yahweh, thy power, hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself, above all people.
Above all people. Right? All people is who? All the nations of the earth.
God.
Because the scriptures say, you only have I known amongst all the families of the earth, therefore I shall punish you for all your iniquity. So the Lord specified, talking about us, the nation of Israel, that came from Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, down to Adam. He didn't say the whole world. You know, he say Esau. You know what, Esau, I changed my mind. You know what, you could join the fold. No, because if that was the case, that Obadiah would have not been in the scriptures.
God. And that's why we suffer all these sicknesses and illness. Let's just take food, for example. The heathen can eat anything he wants, and they do. They eat that pork. They eat all types of abominable foods. Frog, right? Yeah, all types of abominable foods, and they're rats, dogs, cats.
Yeah, and it's funny you say that because who's the infamous of getting diabetes?
We are.
Who's the infamous of getting
high blood pressure, cholesterol, everything.
Right.
Because he judges us, because he knows our body is a temple. And when we put those abominations, which he has told us not to put in our bodies, we get judgment.
Right.
Because we're his people. And we're not supposed to eat those things.
Exactly. And that's why the Lord said what? He chastised those he loved.
God.
So the Lord has a nation that he loves. So he's going to chastise them so they can eventually learn. Because that's how you're going to get the elect out of them. You know, that's going to take heed to it.
Right.
Whether it's 2, 3 men, the Lord don't need them. But the other nations, you don't hear about them have obesity and
nope.
You know,
yeah, they don't suffer like we do. It says, had chosen thee to be a special people unto himself, above all people that are upon the face of the earth. Yahweh did not set his love upon you, nor choose you, because you were more in number than any people. For ye were the fewest of all people.
That was the point right here.
God.
Right.
That's what he was talking about. And that's what they was saying right here. To back that up, I got 2 Kings 6 and 16, going to 18. It says that he answered, fear not, for they that be with us are more than they. Slack. It says, and he answered, fear not, for they that be with us are more than they that be with them. And Elisha prayed and said, Yahweh, I pray thee, open his eyes that he may see. And Yahweh Bashmiel Shah opened the eyes of the young man, and he saw, and behold, the mountain was full of horses and chariots of fire round about Elisha. Damn, that's crazy. And I put that. I didn't even know we was going to go into this. And I remember what I showed you for the jar.
God.
Damn, that's crazy.
Yo, yeah.
That's spirit.
Exactly, it's more of us. Because really, people
That's the
that,
angels about it.
yo, come-
So what's the
like the people that walk by, they'll look at us in the flesh. You know, just like how they looked at Yahweh Shah in the flesh.
Right.
They didn't look at him as an supernatural,
Powerful, yeah.
you know, one that has authority over you,
Right.
right? They looked at him like, you don't have authority. We went to school with you.
What's the word?
You know what I mean? They looked at him as an average. They look down on him, just like they look down on us. You know, the ones that was least expected, the ones that they never thought of. You know, like it tells you Wisdom of Solomon in the fifth chapter. You know, the ones that they thought of was beamed up. You know, but hey,
The one that was thought of.
wore the
God.
crown, right? Because hey, Yahweh Shah wore the crown. They look down on him, King David.
Exactly.
You know, wore the crown, and that's another thing too, because during the time of King David, before he was anointed by the beloved Apostle Samuel, they looked at him physically, just like people's looking at things now physically. How they look at us physically, what y'all gonna do? And that's why these people always want to carry with guns
Right.
and do all this stuff, because
They're carnal.
their faith is not
Yeah, they're carnal.
it's not eternal. Their faith is things that's temporary. This
Ah.
world, the money, the women, the cars, the this, the that. That's what their faith lies on, which is going to be destroyed. And that's why the majority is going to be destroyed with it.
God. And even like the brother said earlier, this is about holy men. It's not about members. So you say this is a small church, but you got a church with 1,000, 5,000 men, well, 5,000 members, but no holy men.
That might not be one.
Yeah, not a zero holy men and a bullshit ass doctrine.
Yeah,
But you got 3 holy men who are willing to be at that number,
Right.
pushing the true doctrine, you know, through the spirit, power, grace, and mercy, Yahweh Bashim Shah.
That's right. And the Lord always shows us stuff.
Always.
Every week.
Yeah.
Every week.
I'm going to read verse 17 again. First Maccabees 3 and 17, it says, who, when they saw the host coming to meet them, and remember the host, it's not the scriptures constantly reiterate what the Lord of hosts, the Lord of armies, who's his armies. Well, the brother just read it with the horses, because a horse represents a chariot. What's the Lord's chariot? The angels that people ignorantly call UFOs. No, that's the salvation. That's I know rapture, I know, you know, but also they're gonna bring damnation too to the majority that don't believe it. Because the first chariot was what? Noah's Ark. When the Lord destroyed the earth with a flood. People didn't believe that back then. And it was only what? Noah and his 7 family members? It was 8 of them together. What about now? That was the whole earth. That was the whole earth. We're only 8 people. So imagine now. Which the Lord's not going to destroy the whole earth this time. He's only going to destroy temporary lands.
Nah, he's not going to
But America's going to be completely a wasteland.
Right.
Right? He's not going to destroy by water, right? But this time it's by fire, which is the second death. So when you read about the angels coming, when the brother mentioned it, because what Isaiah 66 and 15 said, Yahweh Shah is coming back with fire. You know? And that's the only cleansing element that's going to cleanse this place.
Con.
That's the ultimate cleansing element is fire. You know? It says, right, to purge. Because this is like a big ass furnace. You know?
Yeah, this is a melting pot, all right. And the Lord gonna make it turn it into one.
Yeah.
We're gonna melt this pot.
It's gonna be melted all right.
Right.
About to turn into that culture.
Yeah.
It says, when they saw the host coming to meet them, said unto Judas, how shall we be able, being so few, to fight against so great a multitude and so strong, seeing we are ready to faint with fasting all this day?
That's crazy. Because they was fast. God damn. So, you know, when you're not eating, your body, you get weak, man. You know, that was an act of faith right there with them fasting, but they was trusting in the Lord, cleansing their bodies, right? You know? So they could, and the Lord worked with them. That's why he sent them angels to go fight for them.
Right.
To fight with them.
Yeah.
You know, because the Lord always sends his angels out. That's the ones that's protecting us, man. You know? The angels is out here encamped around us right now, man.
Right.
That's why these other spirits, when they walk past here, that's why they can't fuck with us, man. You know? Because their spirits, them demons that's on them, see the angels that surround us, man. You know, just like that instance in Second Kings. You know, when Elisha told him, yo, he prayed to the Lord, yo, open this man's eyes so he can see.
Yeah.
You know? That's why we come out here. We come out here in faith and boldness, man. For the Abashim outside. Why? Because we know that the angels is protecting us, man. Because we trust in it. And that's what our ancestors did. That's what Hanukkah, what they did. We always had battles, man. You know, that's what the scriptures, it constantly tells us about our battles with our enemies. That was round about us, man. Because when you look at that land over there, where we from, in Jerusalem and all that, that's in the center, man, and everything else is around it. When you look at the map, you see we've always been around our enemies. That's why the Lord told us, we're the center of creation, man. We're the center of attraction, basically. You know?
Right.
And that's why it was easy when we went off. That's why it was easy for them to come in and snatch us up, man. Exile us, man. Until finally we're exiled here, man. But they removed us far away from our borders, man. You know, but the Lord is coming back to take us back, man.
Right. That's right. It says, verse 18, it says, unto whom Judas answered it. So look, it says, unto whom Judas answered, it is no hard matter for many to be shut up in the hands of a few.
That's right.
Wow.
Right?
Yo, matter of fact, look at that movie 300.
Exactly.
You know, look at them. Man, that's crazy because I just sent that to Brother. It was like strength for knowledge. You know, when they was going to war, man. And yo, that movie 300 was talking about Israelites.
That was true. Yeah.
Because they was fighting against the Persians.
Xerxes.
Yeah, Xerxes.
That's what that was based on.
That whole thing was about us, man. You know, and that matter of fact, because they was trying to come and what was it? They was trying to come push that happy guy to them. And they was like, man, we ain't going for that shit. You know, we fighting for that's why we fought for our laws, statutes, and commandments, man. You know, the same way when you go to war for America, what they fighting for? Well, they fight for some bullshit, to be honest with you. But they say, they're fighting for the freedom and all that.
Got a precept on that too.
They fight for another man's agenda. And it's Esau's agenda. So this the agenda of the Rothschild. What you got it, bro?
You hear the little one say about against the law? And you just said we fight for our laws?
Oh, shit. That's crazy, man. Damn. The young ones, man. The Lord is opening their eyes too, man.
Yeah.
You know? Matter of fact, you just had another brother had a vision. I gotta watch that video. But he had a vision about Yahushua coming back. This brother face was just like when I did the video about Magan, you know, and the vision that he had. You know, he was on the same type of time, man.
Hey,
like struck.
Gone right in the building too. Hey, Shalom, y'all watch this right style.
Your brother.
It says, verse 18, unto whom Judas answered, it is no hard matter for many to be shut up in the hands of a few. And Yahushua showed you that multiple times. King David.
Damn, look at look at all the prophets. Matter of fact, with that example, look at all the prophets, man. You know, with all the prophets when they were speaking, it was just like one prophet that caused a controversy throughout the whole region that he was in.
Yeah, that wasn't a big deal.
It was one man. It's like, well, you had the 12 kids, but you had like a Daniel. It was Daniel. Azariah. I'm sorry.
The three holy.
The children.
Shadrach,
the second Abednego.
Babylonian name.
Yeah.
For lack of a better term, I know Azariah, the son of your young boy.
He's trying to get this. Yeah.
May the Lord have mercy on them.
Yeah.
But you see, the Lord never dealt with so many men at one country or at one kingdom. After all the captivities you read in the scriptures, the Lord never sent out multiple men. That's why it says what? When 2 or 3 are gathered, there I am in the midst. Because the Lord got to be in the midst of. Because there could be 100 men on 4 blocks, and the Lord's not in the midst of any of them.
Right.
And that's crazy you said that, because I was thinking that's about when we was reading. Me and the brothers going over Revelations, the 3rd chapter. Well, starting at verse 7 to 12, going to the church in Philadelphia. I was like, damn, there's a lot of churches in Philadelphia. So I'm like, you got the brothers playing tables, you got other brothers, but hey man, who's willing? We be the church, man. Willing, but, hey, this church is in Philadelphia, that's teaching the truth, but, and then, like I'm saying, man, I lost my train of thought, but go back, when Yahushua was being, chaos.
Coming down like a flood.
That's downstairs.
Yeah, they've been going
They're going to the
Subway.
Something happened down there.
Oh.
It's always something happening.
As soon as we came up.
About the controversy. And that's what I said. Like when Yahushua, when it was prophesied about him to be born, right? When Herod, he got mad, man. He got angry and he put all those Israelites to death, the firstborn, to about 3 years old, man, because he got plagued. And that was just from one man being born. Look at all that. Look at everything that caused, man. Look at all the death that came. They was trying to kill him, but they couldn't, man. Why? Because it's prophesied for him to be born. It's prophesied for him to be supposed to be. Just like we're not going to be out of here until it's prophesied for us to be up these highways and hills. Everything the Lord, the Spirit of Yahushua, the Spirit of prophecy.
Right. It says, and with the God.
Yeah, Bob.
It says, and with the God of heaven, it is all one to deliver with a great multitude or a small company for the victory. Who's the point? Going down to 22. It says, for the victory of battle, standing not in a multitude of an host, but strength coming from heaven.
That's there you go.
Come against us in much pride. They come against us in much pride.
That's right,
and iniquity to destroy us and our wives and children and to spoil us. But we fight for our lives and our laws. Therefore the Lord himself.
Most likely. Somebody shooting or some dumb shit.
Somebody probably tweet out something.
Yeah.
It's always something going on right there.
Yeah.
And that stop.
Yep.
That train station.
But here's the point: it says, wherefore the Lord himself will overthrow them before our face. And as for you, be not afraid of them.
What is saying? Do that again. Because that's crazy. We're doing the same thing.
We in the time now, right now.
We're doing the same. What we doing? Fight for our laws as the commandments. Fight for our people. Coming back, basically telling you who you are, man. Bringing it back to your remembrance, man. You know, and because you gotta tell our people what's going to happen to them, tell them who they are, and also our job is to tell these other nations they're going to sleep and tell them who they are. You know, that's the
Yeah, you gotta tell the whole world.
Yo, you guys took the card in there, bro.
And then pull it hard. Pull the left one real hard. The left one. The left one. No. Pull, not push. Yeah. Yeah. I said pull, he pushed.
You got to break the door.
Yeah.
Because he was few in numbers.
Lack the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding.
But nah, yo, because it said the strength comes from heaven, man.
That's right. Right.
Without Yahweh Shem, we have no strength, man. Bottom line.
This is our strength, right?
Even with Samson, with all that.
Oh,
with all that strength that he had, we gave it to him.
God.
He wasn't able to do that to those foolish things without that power of Yahweh Shem. Because he said the spirit hopped on him.
Yep.
You know, he felt that spirit.
Yep.
You know, it hopped on you because the spirit will hop on your knee. When you feel this, when the spirit's on, you know it, man.
You can feel it. Yeah, you can feel it. Like you
don't even feel like it because you know you're like, oh, man.
You can't.
Like you in like autopilot basically. Right?
Yeah, it's like,
you know?
And Yahweh requires us to magnify, glorify His name. Because what else? What would happen with Jake? He boasts of himself. If we had a million, what's that? Million Man March. If we had 1 million men right now, Jake will be boasting about how he did this and he did that. And who I trust? Me. That's who. Who put this thing together? Me. That's who. Right.
But see, King David didn't even have that mentality. And he slaughtered tens of thousands.
Right.
Well, who he gave his praise to? The Heavenly Father.
Hey, what happened before he was even King David? What was he? He was a little guy. Little guy.
No, that's right. What the word. That's what the word lad. Your lad is child, like a child, a young man.
God.
That's where the word comes from. Lad comes from the lad, which is Hebrew. Child.
He tended the sheep, right?
Yeah,
it was the youngest. No one even thought about him going out there, but he had that faith. Hey, he had that faith. He said, "Who is this uncircumcised Philistine?"
See, and
right?
if I may, this is why the beloved Isaiah said what he said. Isaiah 31. Woe to them that go to Egypt for help. Because they are strong in horsemen.
Right.
There are many in chariots.
Right.
There are many because when all hell breaks loose, right? Everybody's going to be betraying each other. Divisions, as Yahweh Shah warned us about.
That's all happening.
Right? But then when they see the Gurkha troops or the marshals running down the block, you know, everybody's backs is against the wall because their benefits is cut off, the finance, the economy collapsed.
Oh shit!
So now when they come in a flood, our people are gonna run to that as a form of solution.
Right.
Because who caused the problem?
Yeah.
You know, there's many of them. There's all these things that collapse. We could go to the FEMA camps and get free food, you know, and get free shelter. Woe to you that go to your enemy for help.
And the word they gonna give you is poison anyway.
They're gonna kill you.
Yeah. We listen to everything that dumbass Esau said. Right? Yeah.
Whether you suffer, whether you believe it, whether you take the chip or not, they're going to kill you, so it don't matter.
And he's been trying to kill us. Look at the stores we got in our neighborhoods. The shit that we get sold, right? Nothing but sugar, nothing but poison. Nothing but poison. He's been poisoning us. Yeah, he's been poisoning us.
Literally.
With everything.
Yeah.
On all aspects. No, you go out to their neighborhood, they don't got all that shit.
All organic. All
fact,
fresh.
You know what?
Yeah.
It's a place in Jersey, down the shore, man. I forgot.
Right.
It's not Wildwood. I think it might be Wildwood, but it's one of them towns where there's no liquor stores at all, man.
Oh, that's
it's down to
that's
I forgot. I know it's close to Wildwood.
Yeah. That's
It's a short joint.
Yep.
They was just something like I see it, and they was like, "Yeah, it's no liquor store
Right.
at all." Matter of fact, drinking is illegal in there.
Well, you can drink in your home.
Yeah, but not.
Yeah, but you ain't having it outside. Ain't no bars there.
none of that shit.
Yeah, that's good.
And it's an Edomite town, man. So that's
Ocean.
that alone is telling you right there.
The Ocean City. It's Ocean City. Yeah. No
That right
alcohol
there
town.
alone.
That's Ocean City.
That right there alone should show you how they systematically design certain neighborhoods to have certain things. Because if you got a group of this nation,
Right.
Yeah.
if you got a group of a nation on one or a couple blocks,
They call it the Tri-Town.
Yeah, yeah.
and you put these different stores that you own, you already know how they're going to react. They're going to constantly trade. They're going to constantly eat the... And then that makes money for the hospitals.
Yeah, yeah.
Because the hospitals make so much money on pharmacy,
Oh yeah.
what's, and then the surgeries,
Big business.
Ah,
you know?
yeah.
That's what the
Because
project was about.
the majority of the hospitals are filled with you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians, as well as the jail systems. You know? Let's
Yo,
take
the
away
jail-
this, and we're going to see a reaction from that.
Right.
In jail, they killing them niggas, man. Commissary is all bullshit.
Right.
They serving you fucking the main joint you get is them soups, which is high in sodium, man.
That's
Then on
Just
top
breaking
of that,
down your damn
listen,
body
then
and your
them-
organs.
Then them niggas be making them chi-chis, so you putting the cheese curls and that's a bowl of sodium, man. Your blood pressure raises instantly. Man.
that
You
should
eat
have,
that shit.
that shit should have skull and bones on it.
Right.
That's crazy, man.
That was it on that. I got another piece of it. That was it on that.
Yeah, I'm back in First Maccabees anyway. I'm at 2. As the brother was talking about, you know, how we are zealous for our laws. And there's been a lot of examples of that from our forefathers. So Maccabees 2, First Maccabees 2, go into it.
My brothers.
Good.
That's a lot of shit.
Con. So First Maccabees chapter 2, verse 49. Now when the time drew near that Mattathias should die, he said unto his sons, now hath pride
Cut.
and rebuke gotten strength,
That's right.
and the time of destruction and the wrath of indignation. Now therefore, my sons, be ye zealous for the law. And that's what we are. We're zealous for the law, statutes, and commandments. Now we know we can't keep it perfect in this wicked ass kingdom, but we damn near do our best to do that, right? And we are zealous for the law because we know that's where our strength comes. And we know that's where death comes through sin. And that's why in the new covenant, the Lord is going to put the law, statutes, commandments in our inward parts so that we won't sin and there'll be no more death for us.
Exactly. Good.
You know, and it says, and give your lives for the covenant of your fathers. Call to remembrance what acts our fathers did in their time.
Like
So
Paul
shall
to
ye
remember
receive. Yeah, come on.
For the acts of that's why Paul told the churches the things that was written aforetime was written
For our learning.
So we read about it. That's why Joshua was saying, yo, we rehearsing the righteous acts. You rehearse it, you remember it to rehearse it. Because you can't rehearse something if you don't. So that's why we just trying to get it, you know,
Right.
trying to come back. We're not going to get it fully. That's why we're in the grace. But, you know, we acknowledging it.
God.
We're striving for it. You know, just like in the Maccabees when Seleucus, when the king was like, I'm going to kill all the Israelites that kept the traditions, you know, circumcised and keeping a Passover,
Right.
keeping you know, the holy days and things of that nature,
God.
and he would kill them. And our people had to flee. Our people fled to the mountains just to keep the holy days, man.
That's 78 days.
Right.
We about to have to do the same thing. But
And now they're gonna do that now. Oh, you an Israelite? We're gonna
Mhm.
kill you.
Right.
I got that word zealous.
You know?
John.
I got the etymology of the word zealous. It says full of or incited by zeal in the service of person or cause. 1520s from medieval Latin zealous, zealous, for full of zeal, source of Italian zeloso, Spanish siloso, from zealous. All right, it says zeal, so we go down. It says the sense of caused by or manifested zeal, fervent, inspired, was earlier in English in jealous. All right, it says the Lord is a jealous God.
God.
Oh, he's got that zeal. So we're jealous of over our laws, man. If you acting crazy, that'll make like jealousy is the rage of a man. You know? So why you think they was fighting for their laws? And they like, yo, our people ain't finna do all that crazy shit.
Right.
So you get jealous, like, nigga, why is you going chasing after these other nations? That's what makes a man jealous, like a righteous man.
God.
You know, all this evil and wicked that you see every day, man, in your face. You wonder why the prophets was angry, man. You know, and they talk about when they spoke, they caused riots and everything because the people don't want to hear the truth.
Right.
Or they want to hear them lies and them flatteries and them smooth things. So that makes them. That's why you got all these churches full of all them people. You know, they got a rainbow church in South Philly, man.
Right.
On Snyder. You know, where them people go there. Them people, they got a pink Bible in there. You know?
That's the lust. That's the lust of nasty flesh,
Exactly.
right there, right?
I can't wait
You know?
for the Lord to demolish that building, man.
And everything we see in our laws is about living, is about righteous living and life.
That's right.
Everything you see that all these other heathen nations do
Yeah.
is about death,
That's right. Yeah.
sleeping with your brother's wife, and glorifying that. Drugs,
Yeah.
right? And that do as thou will spirit. That's nothing but
Alistair
death.
Stowe. That's right, bro.
Yeah, that's nothing but death and destruction.
That's right.
So when we keep the laws, it's because we know in our spirit, and we have faith in Yahweh Shemo Shai, that's our honor. That's his glory. We're his glory.
That's right.
Right?
Right, you show an acknowledgement when you wear the fringes. You show it keeps you in that remembrance.
Right, yeah.
The Lord reminded our asses by whooping us, by bringing us through the mud and taking us out. It's like, yo, listen, see these people? See what they're going through? If you don't get it right, you're going to get that same repercussions. Just like at the end of the day, the RFID chip, you know, the majority is going to get the RFID chip. Why? Because this is what they trust in.
Right.
This is what they have faith in. This is their God. This place, this is their, you know. That's why John the Revelator, not the Revelator, but John, the Apostle John told, when he cursed out the Israelites, he said, you are your father the devil, lest your fathers you do. You seen it. You seen it all around you, you know. So when we acknowledge it, that's a blessing. Because we know we can't keep all of it 100%. But the Lord just want to see us try. He want to see us get back to who we are, to that mentality, treating each other how we're supposed to, and just rehearsing those righteous acts. Rather than people that hear it and it falls on deaf ears and they don't care. Nah, whatever.
Right.
Like, damn, you don't even consider the smallest things the least things that we're telling you.
Because they live in that YOLO life, you know?
But let a cracker come out here and be like, yo, the economy's gonna collapse. We got this. They're gonna be like, oh, they're gonna consider that. Because we the same nation. They look at us like, man, he's just another nigga.
But it tells you when the poor man speaks. That's what it was. It's a lot.
It says, call to remembrance what acts our fathers did in their time.
That's what we're doing now. We're telling the acts of our fathers. That's like being Hanukkah. That's why we're going over now. Well, our forefathers did in their time. The Mattathias, just like, hey, yo, every man, prophet in the scriptures, they sat people down. Just like Jacob. You know, going to Genesis the 49th chapter. He sat down all his children and he told them what was going to happen to them in the latter days. That's where we at right now.
God.
Days,
God.
and we talking about, and that's what the brother's reading now about Mattathias. He's telling his people, same thing. His son, yo, listen, man. Remember what your ancestors did.
Right.
Just like the seven brothers. But and that was the mother that told her, yo, go out like your brothers, man. You know? That's that zeal right there.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
for what? For your laws. All right? For your laws. That's what we fighting for. Our law. We're
Right.
fighting for our kingdom, man. You know, we're fighting for our nation, man.
Yeah, our way of life. Here, you got 2/3 of our people that won't miss a holiday, a
Oh,
wicked ass holiday that is really focused on your destruction.
that's right. Like the people
They're celebrating your destruction,
Right.
and you won't miss it
Oh my God.
for
Right.
nothing.
Listen, that thing's killing, man.
But don't know one holy day.
Fuck.
And
Yo, you know
scoff
what?
and mock at the prophets
Good.
when we bring up the holy day.
Yo, you know what I've been watching?
Ass back.
I've been watching murder on holiday murders or something like that. It's like a little series or whatever. But it's actual events that happen, man. Like, and I think it was like that. No, matter of fact, it was Christmas one of the episodes, and the man killed an elderly couple. They was like, oh, they were so nice, man. They used to cook cookies for everybody and this and that. But I'm looking like, damn, bro, he was in the right spirit of Christmas, man. That's what the Romans did.
Right.
That's what the Greeks did. They would pick a nation where they considered their enemy. They would shut down the courts for on December. What was it? December.
What was it, 30th or the 31st?
No, I think it was the 25th. It was like 5 days or something like that. But they would shut down their court system, and they could do whatever they wanted to. It's like the purge.
Oh, the purge. I was gonna say, yeah,
it's
just like the
basically
purge.
They
Wow.
shut down the courts, and whatever anything goes, man. You can rape, rob, murder, with all that.
Right.
Oh, yeah,
So
when the king.
whatever nation, the Romans and the Greeks did that shit.
Yep.
So, and that's why you got fucking when that man did that, I'm like, whoa, he's a
In the spirit, yeah.
I'm like,
He's going back to his spirit.
Yeah. You know, that's what he is.
Yeah.
Right.
But now when the mass shit. So now if you say that, you tell them that. Oh, that's crazy. Not on Christmas. Now
Right.
you don't know what Christmas is about.
Right. No idea.
It was
No
a massacre.
knowledge.
it was a massacre.
Right.
Holidays.
Christmas,
Massacre.
it was
Right.
a massacre unto our people.
Right.
It was a
Right.
massacre unto the Christians
That's
Right.
coming up,
that try to keep the law statute. And the real Christians are the
Israelites.
Latinos and Native American
Yeah.
Indians. Because we're the real Christos,
When the
we're
saints
the real
march in
anointed
there.
one.
Right.
Because we're an anointed nation.
That's right.
But the Lord, obviously chose a remnant. But as a nation, they force-fed us their traditions.
Right.
And then when we didn't need the gifts or money under the tree for the king that passed by, that family would get slaughtered.
Right. Right. You celebrating
So-
the merriness of destruction of your own people. That's what you're
Yeah.
doing, you
Right.
big dummy.
Yeah.
Exactly. Giving gifts. What the
Right.
fuck you giving gifts for?
Right. And meanwhile, you got Hanukkah, which is 7 days of gifts that you could get. But
Right.
you worried about one day,
That's
goddamn
better.
Christmas.
That beats that.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Hold
we
on,
just ass
please,
backwards,
please.
man.
We got holy days where it's natural giving gifts
Right.
and having feasts.
Right.
We got feast days.
Real
Where
feast.
brothers come with wine. We
Right.
get together.
Yeah.
Not no
And
fucking
righteousness.
Halloween dressing up as a
Right.
witch
Right.
and a demon. Like, give me candy. Something that's unhealthy.
Evil
We-
and wicked.
We have feast days, lamb.
Right.
Natural. And because it's a memorial of how the Lord delivered his people.
Right.
So it becomes a holiday because it's holy.
It's a holy day. It's a
separate.
celebration.
It's separated from this world to show how the Lord delivered us from this world.
Right.
Because this world represents the wicked. Does not the scripture say the earth is given into the hands of the wicked? So when our people is in the midst of the wicked, what you think they're gonna do?
Huh.
They're gonna follow the same thing as the wicked is contributing to the world, giving out. They're
Right.
making the world drunken with their.
Right. Without even considering, again, who they are and their way of life.
I got the dark history of Christmas, right?
Ah.
It goes back, and y'all,
Bring it
y'all
out.
Say,
Sure.
y'all ain't trying to say like, yo, the Christmas for the kids and the kids.
Right.
Yeah, bro. It's about to tell you what they did.
Yeah, right.
Right.
It says the dark history of Christmas involves its pagan roots in winter. And y'all, because that's what December 21st is the first day of winter. You know, you go into the winter solstice. And also it says the winter solstice festivals like Roman, Saturnalia, and Norris Yule. Yeah, because they always talk about the Utah, all that bullshit. So all they doing is ritual. It says filled with feasting, revelry, and even human sacrifice. We're talking about myth, but they did that shit. It says Saturn devouring children, mixed with darker folk traditions like Krampus or horned demons. Oh shit, I just seen something like that. Somebody send me something. It says
That's Jake proud.
It says mixed with darker folk traditions like Krampus or horned demon punishing kids, a rowdy demanding carolers, contrasting shapely with modern sanitized images and reflecting winter's harsh realities and ancient fears.
Oh, that's what they say. Santa, which is the word Satan when you mix the words. But they said that he actually was a demon with horns that came to kill. That's why you think they had the goodness and the badness.
Right.
Where you gonna go if you're in the badness? Who the fuck is checking it? You know?
Yo, Dan got some. Yo, this shit is heavy, bro. You got,
all them wicked holidays, they got the history of them, right?
Yeah.
And you tell Jake that, and he don't care.
They're like, oh no, it's for the kids.
Right.
That was back then.
Yeah.
It's not like that anymore.
They always say, oh, we do it for the kids.
Right. We do it to come together with. So they want to turn something that's wicked into something that's good. You can't.
Ooh.
Yeah. There's a precept on that too.
That's that generational curse.
Right.
Oh, we doing it. My family told me this. This is all I know. Well, there got to be you got to break that chain sometime. The Lord always, broke that chain of traditional effects that our people kept keeping in all these different kingdoms.
Ew, bro, I got the precept.
Count.
This is Sirach 7:13. It says, "Consider the work of the Most High, for who can make that straight which He had made
crooked."
Now y'all talk about Christmas, also the kids. Though y'all trying to make the thing straight, but the that was crooked.
Right.
It says, what it said, consider the work of the Most High. You gotta consider it. That's what we out here doing. We're considering it, man. We're actually living it, man. You gotta live these words, man. To the best of your ability. We all fall, but you gotta get the fuck back up and keep pushing, man.
It says, call to remembrance what acts our fathers did in their time.
That's right.
So shall ye receive great honor
and
an everlasting name.
See that?
Everlasting name.
And that's meaning, your name is written in the Lamb's Book of Life. An everlasting name. Look. Does not matter. Titans have an everlasting name.
Right.
We're talking about it right now.
Right.
We talk about your house.
Right.
We talk about Job. We talk about Obadiah, Zephaniah, man.
Yeah.
God. We talk about all the prophets, man.
Hey.
All the warriors, Samson, man. The judges. The kings, man. The righteous ones. They got an everlasting name, man. A righteous everlasting name.
What's that? What's that? A better name.
I got
because who do you know about during the time before the flood? You know about Noah and his family.
Right.
Everybody else, which you know what I'm saying? And they were doing all types of wickedness.
Right.
That's why the Lord had to destroy the earth the first time, because the scriptures speak about how wickedness started to multiply.
Yeah, the sins reached the heavens. Yeah, that's how bad it was.
It got too bad. So, just like now, and hey, man, you even got these heathens celebrating Christmas. They never knew about motherfucking Christmas.
Right.
But they wearing suits and ties just like Esau, cause that's the whole world is drunk.
Right.
All for the philosophies of these witchcraft days, and because these are not, it's not holy days, it's rituals. Because they do it at a certain period of times, solstice, summer solstice, winter solstice, the spring equinox. They deal with numerologies. They deal with shit like that on the left-hand side. We deal with it on the right-hand side. Knowing the new moon, the Sabbath, the holy days, things like that. So it's all spiritual. But what spirit are you under?
It's founded in evil and wickedness. And you're going to continue a tradition of evil and wickedness. Hey, that's why the Lord going to have to deal with you 2/3. And the heathens.
I'm back up on that. Which is reading.
Come.
This is Proverbs 22:1. It says a good name is rather to be chosen than great riches, and a loving father rather than silver and gold. God. That's basically what Malachi was telling, man. Get that good name. It's better to have a good name than riches, man. Because we got a lot of niggas that's rich, that's pieces of shit.
Right.
Yeah, because you got names that's known just by wickedness.
Right.
That's why I said you want to have a good name, righteous. Because we could go through the scriptures and show you about a lot of wicked niggas that got names, but they just happen to their names is still talking about. That's how wicked they was.
Right.
But you had wicked ones back then. You don't even know who the hell they was, man.
Right. Just like now, you hear about everybody know about Biggie.
Exactly.
But that nigga was wicked as hell.
But he's not going to have an everlasting name.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, don't in the kingdom, ain't nobody gonna be talking about no fucking Biggie Smalls, no goddamn Jay-Z. Remember in Babylon, they was stinking hot, man. Get the fuck out of here.
Remember that verse? You're not even gonna remember that wicked ass verse.
Because the words of the Lord is going to last forever.
But you know whose name will live long? The prophets.
Right. You always do.
You remember Biggie.
Remember little Kim?
They're gonna be having their head downs in the kingdom anyway.
About, Apostle Tahar, Apostle Kabul.
Right.
We're talking about the prophets in the kingdom. And then, and furthermore, in the up and coming times, because that's where they really going to get their shine, man. The Lord is going to give it to them. The Lord is going to give it to them.
We're going to get our fame in the land we was put to shame.
That's
and it already started happening.
Right.
It already started happening.
Right.
Apostle Tahar got a household name. Apostle Kabul, he has amongst Israel.
Right.
And even amongst these damn heathens. What the hell you think they got the chat GPT going there?
Oh, yeah.
And that's about GMS.
Hey, why you think they had Tucker Carlson visit the camps, right? And probably all other types of other reporters, right?
They can't keep his name out their mouth.
And that's why they on the list too. What's that bullshit ass list they talking about?
The T list.
Yeah.
The domestic T list.
Yeah. The what's those people's called though? What they?
The domestic T list. Okay, I know that. Who brought that? What?
Shit, what group is that?
Shit.
Yeah, let's look that up.
I know what you're talking about too.
They give all the list of all the camps, the Southern Poverty, the Southern Poverty law.
T groups.
Yeah, the Southern Poverty Law Center.
Not domestic teas. They call
not extreme.
Yeah. So, hate groups.
Yeah, the hate groups. Yeah.
Hate groups, huh?
Ain't that them?
Yeah, they got
that.
No matter of fact, a while back,
we topped off.
We looked on the John, and it shows you all the camps that that's considered a hate groups, man.
Yeah, we topped off.
Right.
Fucking matter of fact, that's what McQuarrie still was teaching. That wicked ass nigga. And they had he went on there and it said Trump and Philly. He was like, I feel like I made the starting five or some shit. He said.
He was on the news.
No, yeah, he was on that joint too. But the Trump and Philly was actually on that hate group joint. I saw it.
Right.
So I looked it up to see if we was on. I'm like, no, I ain't see that. I was like, okay.
And hey, we always say the truth sounds like hate to those that hate the truth.
Right.
The truth sounds like hate to those that hate the truth. Because that's why they doing what they doing right now to brothers' videos.
We hate lies. How about
that?
We hate lies. And that's why we exposing this shit.
Yeah, and that's why
you hate us.
Yeah. That's why the scriptures say, call to remembrance what acts our fathers did in their time. So shall ye receive great honor and an everlasting name. And that's what we seek for. We seek for a new heaven and a new earth. We seek for righteousness. That's our wealth. We ain't worried about what coins you can give us. None of that.
That's right.
We don't need none of that.
That's right, bro.
It says, was not Abraham found faithful in temptation?
Come on now.
And it was imputed unto him for righteousness.
Come on now.
Joseph, in the time of his distress,
Come on now.
kept the commandment
That's right.
and was made Lord of Egypt.
That's right. Come on now. And these men, they're talking about men of integrity. Now, if they would have did, even our men, that's keep forgetting his brother's name, man. The elder that didn't want to touch the court. The elder.
Yeah.
What was it?
Zacharias, I think.
That was in Maccabees too.
Maccabees, yeah,
It's the chapter before the seven brothers.
Cut.
So yeah,
he
we can,
didn't want to touch the court.
right.
He like, no, hell no. But and we can't forget this thing.
Yeah, but we pull it right now. 'Cause it's right there.
Yeah, because you
So we're
don't
gonna
want to.
get it, yeah. 'Cause
Yeah,
like
we
that,
get it right now.
You don't want to forget men's names like that because
Right.
those are men that actually they have integrity, man. You know, when you had other men that they folded, man.
Right.
You know, they went. There's so many people, Israelites, in that book that you don't even hear about because they folded, man. Under the pressure of they was just average citizens, man. The ones that we talk about and like with the brothers reading, like Abraham,
Their name is
you know,
Gabon.
Joseph and all that. Yeah, God, those are superstars, man.
Yo, and
Now
that's
you got your celebrities in this kingdom right here. Those are the celebrities. Those are the real celebrities, you know, of the universes.
that's right. The gods.
That's right.
The gods of the earth.
That's right.
Because these heathens ain't no fucking gods. You know what I'm saying? The Lord called us.
Powers, but not the power like we got.
The Lord called us gods.
That's right.
They don't even have melanin. How the hell are they superior over us?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Even the sun hate the
They don't even got melanin. They superior over us
And yeah.
because you got a building full of holes, just like the caves you came from. Oh, it's a bank. Oh, you own banks. You don't own nothing because you don't own the earth. It was just given to you for a moment.
Right. And that's a recessive trait. That lack of melanin. That's recessive.
Recessive trait.
Melanin is dominant.
That's a curse.
Blue eyes is recessive.
Right.
Our eyes are dominant.
That's right.
Right? So the brother's name was Eleazar.
Yeah, Eliezer.
I said.
Eliezer. That's right.
Yeah.
My man.
An aged man.
That's right.
Right? All they want him to do is act like
Yup.
he was eating
They
pork.
probably gave him some steak. Some
Yeah.
chicken.
Just act like it, and
They
they're going to follow
That
it.
look more like pork and the
Yeah.
chicken and shit.
But see, even with that though, even if he didn't do
The
it,
other white meat.
even if he didn't do it, say he did it right, and he'd be like, "Yo, but I ain't eat it though." Still, it's you're promoting, you're condoning.
Right.
So now, if the people that did watch you do it, if he did do it, the people that did watch him do it would think it's okay to do it.
Right. Yeah. Well,
So
that's what they
now-
do with celebrities right now.
So now their blood would be on his
Yeah.
hands if he was to do it.
So there's no new thing under the sun. What do they do with our celebrities right now? They prop them up
Yup.
to promote
They
wickedness.
sellouts.
Right? So that's what they tried to do with the brother Eleazar. He said, man, fuck out of here. I ain't
Just
doing
like
that.
with
Yeah.
the chip, they're gonna promote the chip.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
They
I
probably
just
might
said
not
that.
even
Yeah.
take it. They
That's
just
heavy.
probably
That's a heavy
look,
point.
take this, and you're gonna get whatever you want. They probably don't, might not have it,
Right.
but they're gonna promote the chip. Or even these Israelites,
Yeah.
fucking IUPK, IUIC, where they were promoting the vaccines.
Yeah, the Vlade Divac, what he say?
the
Backs
vaccines.
that ass up. Back that. I said, this motherfucker is crazy.
Because IUIC
Free chicken.
They were like,
Free
take the
chicken
vaccine.
for all y'all. Free chicken.
No, they
Go to Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Free lap dances.
said, yo, what my
Yeah.
man say? When he said,
Yeah.
the fucking Edomite,
Yeah.
he was on there. He was like, yeah. He's like, when you think about the Naughty Diva, he's like, think about this burger and these fries.
Oh, yeah, he was-
Everybody likes burgers. I said, and yo, that's funny because that's the same shit they give niggas when they catch a case or whatever. They take them into the interrogation room.
Oh, shit.
You gonna tell them
Yeah,
what they do.
yeah.
Start giving you food and shit. You know? All the doctors talk, buddy. Hey, you
Yeah.
want something to eat? You got something?
Right.
Free basketball games.
Right.
You get the
No,
free
they was
basketball.
doing everything, man.
That's the
Yo.
shit, you know?
So imagine that with the, oh man.
Right. Oh, that's that UBI is going to kick in, right?
No, God.
Hey.
Y'all got some good friends.
Come.
just real quick. This is Sirach, Ecclesiasticus chapter 44, and start at verse 1.
Good.
It says, "Let us now praise famous men and our fathers that begat us."
And do we not do that now?
Con.
Like we do that now.
Con.
You know, when you read about the history of such and such, man, they do that with Malcolm X and Martin Luther King.
Right.
What about our forefathers that actually had an impact?
Right.
That didn't sell out. Fuck Malcolm X.
Right.
That all them niggas was selling.
Right.
Fuck the Black Panther.
Paid
fuck
opposition.
Tupac. Who else? Whatever y'all niggas. These are our forefathers. They actually committed miracles and actually made an impact against our enemies. You know? So,
It says, verse 2, it says, Yahweh.
Michael Jordan. Man, go ahead. Fuck that nigga, dude.
It says, Sirach 44 and 2. It says, Yahweh Shem Shah hath wrought great glory by them through this great power from the beginning. That's what the brother, when you talk about Malachi's, man. You know, they brought great power. The Lord brought great power for them, man.
That's right.
It says, such as did bear rule and their kingdoms, men renowned for their power, giving counsel by their understanding and declaring prophecies. Those are famous men. Let us remember those famous men. These are the real celebrities, man.
Right.
You know, declaring prophecies. What's the spirit of Yahweh Shem Shah? Spirit of prophecy. You know, that's how you. And because they trying to take the fame away from the prophets, the real prophets, because all the prophets came out of Israel. The righteous prophets. All right. You do have prophets of Baal as well. You know, but the righteous prophets came out of Yasharallah, man. And, right, they try to get a credit to Nostradamus, man. That fucking guy. Oh, Nostradamus predicted. Come on, man. Where the hell you think you got it from, man? You know? Anything to try to take away from us, man. You know, that's why we remember famous men. Like Hanukkah. That's why we have our old days, man.
Yeah.
As a remembrance. You know, to remind you of what we went through, what we came through. That's why we go through customs. They got rituals, wicked rituals. We have righteousness. They're customs, man. You know, when we have the Passover, what we have to do, that's a ritual for us, man. A righteous one to remember the slavery, remember Egypt, what happened there, and how we got delivered. Man. You know, that's the purpose of, and that's why they got these little holidays that they got set up and all that. Come on, man. Y'all arrested motherfuckers.
Do your job. Do your job.
But but they got their holidays to celebrate when they took us down, man. That's all they doing. So when we do it, they get angry because we don't want to celebrate. Because whoever's in control, they set the narrative, man. Yep. And that's what they want you to bow down to. That's why when you go to these goddamn schools, they tell you to put your hand on your heart and pledge allegiance to the flag. Man, fuck your flag, man.
Right. That's right.
We got the menorah, man.
That's right.
That's us. That's who we are, man. And that's what you're going to see hanging up in our kingdom. You know, we're going to have, that's right, man. Lift you up a banner, man. And when you go, when you look, you don't even got that book with you. But they had what it said, Rome, Edomite, what's the name? And they showed them carrying the menorah, all of our righteous.
Wow. You seen that during the time of Titus. They grabbed all, and they had that on stone.
That's right.
They actually had that on stone. Right. But our history don't mean that. It didn't exist. The Bible's fake, right?
Right. I'll read a couple more. It says leaders, back in Sirach 44 and 4, it says leaders of the people by their counsels and by their knowledge of learning, meat for people, wise and eloquent are their instructions. Yeah, like the brother always said. What we do, what we speak about is life. Wise and eloquent, you know, and your counsels, man. That's who you give advice to your brothers. Not, go shoot it out with you. We're not doing that. Right. We're telling you how to live, man. God. Turn back to life. You know, with the Lord Church, he said, choose you this day on Mount Sinai, man. Choose you this day who you will serve. Yeah. You know? And the ones that chose, you know, where they just came from, guess what happened to them? The earth opened up and swallowed their ass up. Swallowed.
What that guy? We ain't seen that guy.
Nah, he had a
some
stroke or something.
Yeah, that's
He had a
his
nervous
shit.
break. Yeah, that nigga, he
Dumbass.
was he did. Like he was in church preaching his sermon. That nigga was like, son, they took him out of there, man.
That's judgment.
You know?
Twerking like a sweetie pie. Twerking.
That's judgment.
He got swallowed. For real. And the nigga tried to justify this. Like, what the fuck, man? That shows you the perverseness of that. But it says back in Surah 44 and 5, it says such is found out musical tunes and recited verses in writing. Rich men furnished with ability, living peaceably in their habitations. That's what we doing. Living peaceably in their habitations, man.
Right.
We ain't out here going causing all this, but they quick to try to point the finger because of what they do. And the projects, they set that up. They want to. That's a lot of stress. Sleeping on top of people.
Right.
That's just like the goddamn slave shit, man.
Yeah.
It's just you just living in a building.
Damn, yeah.
You know, you sleeping on
30 floors,
Yeah.
high rise,
Yo, with
20
yeah.
families
Yeah.
in
Come on,
one
man.
little
That's
space.
stress, man. You got just might as well be in jail.
Right.
You know, with the same nigga every day, he's coming out to you gotta see this motherfucker. Like, come on, man. You know, that's why they call it a project. It's set up as a project to see to keep you fucked up. So and all they're doing is monitoring things, man.
Right.
But you do that. What it say? They will live peaceably in their habitations. You know, you don't want to be all up underneath somebody all the time and like that's crazy. Like what my man Ghostface said. He said on that song, "All I Got Is You." He said, 2 at the foot, 3 at the bed. I don't like to sleep with John. He wet the bed. But that's crazy.
Right.
When you think about that, man,
Oh shit.
you got
Yeah, I know
all your siblings.
Yeah.
Like when you had cousins and y'all lived together, y'all used to all share the same goddamn bed.
Right.
That's crazy, man. You know?
Right.
That causes a lot of stress. Then you wonder why you're always irritated. They know they poking at you. That's what they're doing. They're trying to provoke you to anger.
Hey, that's the same thing with a woman.
Yeah.
You for 30 years, you're supposed to be in one room, with one woman.
One box.
Right? Hey. and you got to sleep up under them every damn night.
God,
They got their period on, right?
Yeah.
But you supposed to sleep up under them.
Yeah. And
That's why the Lord said they supposed to be in their own space
That's right.
during that time. Right?
Dan, that's the spirit. Man, this brother was just talking. That's the spirit, man. You know? Because they do, like when they go in their cycle, you go to your quarters.
Right.
You can't even sleep in our because you got to go to a different quarter so you don't fuck up nothing.
Right.
You know?
You touch a
It's
building.
unclean.
The
Yeah.
whole joint is unclean.
Right.
That's
Now,
a whole,
with this whole thing here, like we don't even know if you want clean or not.
Right.
That's why there's mercy right now. It's grace.
Right.
right.
You know, because you don't know what woman out here is on her cycle.
Right.
You don't know that.
Right, you get on the bus.
Yeah, you got
Yeah.
even like in the
Chicken.
schools
Right.
and all that shit. The teachers, majority of them women,
Right.
they giving you your homework assignment, they touching your shit. You
Right.
clean.
Yeah.
You know.
Right.
Yeah, even the food, the women
Yeah.
that cook, you know, and they on their cycle. That food is unclean. man.
Right.
Even when they step in the goddamn building.
That's why you have multiple women.
That's right.
Exactly.
Right? That's why this thing is just totally just
And that's
death.
that's a kingly mindset, man.
Yeah.
You know,
Right.
to have multiple women, but you know why? But you know what it's about, and the reason why you know what it's about because it's your mindset, man.
Right.
You don't act like no little boy.
Right.
You a fucking man. You know, these niggas out here is little boys,
Right.
man. Chasing after these whores, man. Like and they put them on pedestals. You don't
Right.
do that shit. The woman was created for the man, not the man for the woman.
And you know what? And the reason why they put them on pedestals is because by law or the tradition of how this place been manipulating our people to believe that you only can have one wife.
Right.
So to them, it's like, oh, I got one. I want to lose
Right.
it. Let me
Right.
treat her like a queen. Now.
Right.
Let me put her.
And then when they leave, they take all your shit.
But she's
Right.
supposed to treat you
Like the
as
king, as the head.
because that's why
Right.
they had the women's liberation movement to
Yeah.
give them the freedom
Oh, yeah.
and take the man out so they can.
Hey,
Yeah.
what the scriptures say? A woman shall compass a man.
God.
A strange thing. That's a strange ass thing.
It's like, yo, remember that Edomite? that said when he was talking to the what was he? I think he was Ishmael. And he's like,
Oh,
how many wives
yeah.
you got? He was like, one. This nigga
Yo,
started. He's like, what?
Yo, he started laughing.
Like, what the fuck
He
is
started
wrong
laughing.
with you? That's hell.
You ain't see it?
And you know what's
Oh,
crazy
yeah,
about
yeah,
that? You
yeah,
know what's
yeah,
crazy?
yeah.
Because Esau does it. It's all about depopulation.
Right.
So now,
Yeah,
if you
yeah.
only got one woman, you see with one woman, you only can have
Yeah.
that kid once a year.
Where the condom?
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
Where the fucking condom?
But these women is whores.
But see,
No, just like the one woman, she was saying, she was like, the time she said her coochie stunk got her out of a situation. I said, God damn, bitch. And you actually
You
bragging
think that's
about
yeah?
this
You
shit.
think that's cool?
Yeah, and yo, guess what? And she was in college. She's like, man, when I was in college, she said I didn't even go to class. She's like, I was having a ball, fucking listen. I said,
Dang.
God damn.
Dang.
She
They
said,
think
so
that's
she went
it.
To, yeah, so she said
Dang.
she went to. It was a Jake woman.
Dang.
You know, she said she ran all these women through that shit. I don't give a
Right.
fuck, man.
Right.
You know,
Right.
and she admitted that she bought it out. The Jake woman. She was like, I was sleeping with this person, that person, this.
Well, they got them wicked ass spirits, all them spirits inside.
Yo,
them.
when you look in this woman's eyes, this shit was like, you like, God damn.
Yeah, so
She got all them
soulless.
spirits on it.
Yeah.
Cut. Yo, what Richard Pryor said. He said the woman had so much abortions. He said that's a fucking cemetery in there, man.
Damn, that's
You
yeah.
know? That's
Yeah.
It's walking cemetery.
Right.
Damn,
They abort everything.
it's for the dead man's bones.
Huh.
And you wonder why they so goddamn crazy
Exactly.
when you get with one of them, right?
Exactly.
Because meanwhile they got 30 spirits up in them,
Yo, cut.
and then they tell me something. You better not look at another woman.
Yo,
What?
Yo, that's
You
crazy,
got
bro.
30
You
spirits
want to settle
inside.
down?
Yeah.
Why you shit looking like this?
Yo, that's funny because I seen
That's crazy.
it was this joint on TikTok, right? The boy was getting his hair cut by his barber, but his barber was a woman. She had some sucking lips.
Oh.
You know? But I think he was an Ephraimite. And his woman was watching the whole time like this. He's like, so she got the mirror. When she put it like, it wasn't supposed to be funny though. But she put it right here where her tits was at. And he was like, yeah, it looks good, but he wasn't looking nowhere near the mirror. He's like, she's like, you like your haircut? He's like, yes, that's I said, God damn.
Yeah.
And you made me think about that.
Yeah,
That's how
man.
they be looking like you better not.
Right.
yo,
Like
you
you
niggas-
my man.
yeah,
You
niggas-
my man.
Yeah. What?
That's that you my man
That's
spirit.
you niggas don't have a kingly mentality.
Nah.
A rulership mentality. Because if you got a rulership mentality, you know. I have any of one of y'all women.
Right.
Yeah,
And the Lord will bring it to you.
and the
Right.
and the roads have reversed in the sense of, you know, when they say, "Oh, it takes a village." Yeah, that's true, but not many men and one woman.
Right.
You said,
It takes a. Now I was gonna say it takes it, and that's a righteous order. Yeah,
Right.
it takes a village. It
Yeah.
takes a man to have, because even Esau in these movies, you got cupbearers, women, you got handmaids, handmaid tales.
Right.
You have, but Esau could do that in their movies, but
Right.
but we can't.
Right.
So if it's a black-owned movie, he does that. Why he gotta have many women?
He's
Why he
cheating.
gotta-
Yeah, he's this, he's
but
that.
Esau make a
He's
movie about it. Oh,
Right.
it's just a movie.
right. Oh, they got not just movies. They got fucking what do you classify the Real Housewives?
The Real House,
Oh,
Atlanta
It's
House,
it's it's not a movie. It's
the show.
reality show.
Yeah, reality.
Yeah, they got
reality.
Esau got reality shows
Yeah,
with
yeah.
sister wives.
Yeah,
Right?
Yeah.
You let us do it, and we all types of motherfuckers. We all types of cheaters.
Yeah,
We all
right.
types of deadbeats.
They
Right?
call it bigotry.
Yeah, we all
Married
types of
to
everything.
multiple
Right?
women, son, he's a bigot. Not bigot.
Oh,
What
now they
it?
call it. Wait, no. If you have one wife,
Two.
or polygamy.
Yeah, polygamy. Yeah,
Talking about
Come.
polygamy. But what's wrong with that?
It's righteous.
Because you got to think biologically, right? A woman has a womb. You cutting into that womb, right? She's more to be affected than we
Right.
are.
Right.
So you have many men hit that same womb.
Right.
Something's gonna happen. Rather than a man, because we got the rod, it comes out. You know, we're not being inserted in us. That's why when you have a male with male, when you have HIV, you have these diseases,
Right.
things like that, or if you hit a female in a anal area, you get diseases.
Right.
You know?
And meanwhile, a woman's not going to want to do it every night. right? So they in control now.
Tired.
Yeah. So they're in control, right? And not only that, when they're on their period, you're not supposed to touch them.
Exactly.
They're not even supposed to be in the same house.
Right. So you're not supposed to you're supposed to control yourself, I guess. Huh? No, that's unnatural. It's unnatural.
It's unnatural.
And yeah, it's every woman will actually have a king. It's not just for us to have multiple women, but every woman will have a righteous man. Because it's for righteous men.
That's why there's more
Yeah.
women. That's why there's more women than men.
Right.
To be honest.
Yeah. And that's
Like
what
the,
people don't understand at all.
That's actually a law, bro. I got you.
Yeah.
Like that, what's that chick? She made a video talking about she was on the treadmill or whatever, and she's like, "Oh, we gonna have to share. It's a nigga show."
Yeah.
She's like, "We gonna have to share him."
That's our nigga.
Because
Yeah.
a village
Yeah,
takes
that's what she
multiple
said.
women and handmaids, and they help you out.
Yeah.
The man carries his duties.
Right.
The children carries their duties.
Right.
And everything is natural.
Well, over in the East, that's what they do. That's why the man was laughing at the so-called American guy. Because over in the East, they know better.
Yeah.
They know what's natural and what's
Yeah.
not natural. Right? That's why that's natural. It's
Like
not
that.
it's not like it's a practice. It's natural.
But they wanna marry Daddy Esau.
Right.
Take all his benefits.
Right.
You
Bro,
know?
I got you, bro.
Yeah.
But we talking because we're bringing it out, so I'm gonna bring out the scripture what I'm talking about. This is Leviticus 15, starting at verse 19. Back up what we're saying about these women. It says, matter of fact, start at verse 18. It says, the woman also whom man shall lie with seed of copulation, they shall both bathe themselves in water and be unclean until evening. All right, it says, if a woman have an issue, and her issue and her flesh be blood, she be put apart 7 days. And whosoever toucheth her shall be unclean until the evening. And everything that she lieth upon in her separation shall be unclean. Everything also that she sitteth upon shall be unclean. And whosoever toucheth her bed shall wash his clothes and bathe himself in water and be unclean until the evening.
Right.
That's how serious this thing is,
Right.
man. Right? It says, and whosoever touches anything that she sat upon shall wash his clothes and bathe himself in water and be unclean until evening. And if he be on her bed or on anything whereon she sitteth, when he toucheth it, he shall be unclean until evening. And if any man lie with her at all, her flowers be upon him, he shall be unclean 7 days. God damn, that's you sticking the business bleed.
Right.
All right, it says, in all the bed whereon he lieth shall be unclean. It says, and if a woman have an issue of her blood many days out of the time of her separation, or run beyond the time of her separation, all the days of the issue, her uncleanness shall be as the days of her separation. She shall be unclean. That's crazy, y'all. It's not saying that the man's, because we don't need like that.
Right.
You know, that's the importance of the man. Check it out. It says, we go all the way to 30. It says, every bed whereon she lieth, all the days of her issue shall be unto her as the bed of her separation. Man, she even got a separate bed, bro.
Right. Right.
And whatsoever she sitteth upon shall be unclean as the uncleanness of her separation. And whosoever touches those things shall be unclean and shall wash his clothes and bathe himself in water and be unclean until even. That's what we said, because like this is the valley of the shadow of death, man. This is an unclean place.
Right.
You know, they got the women in all these, that's what we're saying, that the women in all these places, they on their menstrues and all that. We don't know that.
Right.
You know, and they even got a smell when they on that shit.
Right.
You know, because that's really what that blood is doing, is purifying. That's what it's supposed to do. You know? So that, and then after that 7 days, because it's basically the menstrual cycle is supposed to last 7 days.
Right.
You know, that's completion. They get cleansed. That's the cleansing, man. That's the Lord, how he cleanses the woman's body.
Yeah, it's a time period every month.
That's right. Come. That's where you get that. That's where the cycle comes from. Yo, she's on her moon. She's on her month. And she gets it once a month.
Right.
And then when a bunch of women, you get a bunch of women living in the same crib, their cycles start to go together, man.
Right.
You know, and if you grew up in a house full of women, you know, that you gotta deal with all that shit.
Right.
You know?
Being
And
around all
they
that
got us all in that. So they was
Right.
making us unclean. And Esau knows these
Right.
laws, man.
Exactly.
They studied. Why the hell you think they got it like this, man?
Right.
So we can't reach our full potential. That's what it is, man. All right. It says verse 28. It says, but if she be cleansed of her issue, then she shall number to herself 7 days, and after that she shall be clean. And on the 8th day she shall take unto her 2 turtles or 2 young pigeons, and bring them unto the priest to the door of the tabernacle of the congregation, and the priest shall offer the one for a sin offering and the other for a burnt offering, and the priest shall make an atonement for her before Yahweh for the issue for her uncleanness, man. That's righteous. Now that's a whole system you got to go through. Just for that, just for a woman that's bleeding.
Yeah.
When she's on her period, man, she's unclean. That's what the scripture just said, man. Anything that she touches is unclean, man. You know? But you got these niggas, if a truck can go through blood, a dick can go through blood. You's a disgusting motherfucker, man. That's some disgusting shit. And they do it purposely, man. You know? There's instances, man, you know, you might be busting your lady down, and she might, that shit come on.
Start, yeah.
You know? Now you're still unclean,
right?
But you ain't do it like personally. Like, you know it. You know?
Hey, and some women got the spirit where they're like, nah. Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah. I was just wet.
Yeah,
you got lights off, you wake up, your whole shit red.
Yeah,
that shit happened to me before. I was mad as hell, this bitch. And that's before I even knew the world was in the world, man. You know? All this blood, I'm looking at this bitch like, bitch, I'm gonna kill you right now. You know?
My manager would say he likes to hit 80 miles on a red light.
That's crazy.
Hey, like that's the thing. That's not
a wicked
ass. He's a so-called Christian.
That's a wicked ass thing.
Well, they don't read the scriptures. They don't read the scriptures.
No, they think that was back in the Bible. That's the Old Testament.
Right.
That doesn't apply now. The fucking ass.
That shit made me want to throw up one time, man. I seen
that shit smart. That's a crime scene, man.
Yeah.
Woman on her period, all that
that's
fucking.
Really,
that's a fucking crime scene, man. Disgusting, man. You know. And that's really, and actually, when the period comes, that's a baby coming out of it, man. An egg, it's being flushed out. Then they get fertilized
to cleanse herself, too, exactly. Right? Get them impurities out of there.
Come on, man. And then look what they do. And on top of that, you eating crab, shrimp, lobster, all this shit, man.
That's why that shit stink.
Yes, man. Box, man. Listen, that shit smell like yo. It was, I know she was a Jake, but she looked like an Edomite. She was in the car with her granddaughter, right? So she was like, "Oh, you got heated seats in here." She was like, "Why you turn the seat up?" She was like, "Shit." And yeah, she like, "Ain't nobody trying to find no fish in here." I say, "God damn." She was like, "Yo, your shit stinks." I was like, "God damn." But hey, man, that's the things that they put into their body.
Right. Right.
No, that's why they all bug the hell out. As soon as they get their they stamps, where they go to the goddamn market buying all unclean food.
Right.
Crab, shrimp, lobster.
Catfish.
Yeah,
that's the move, man.
Who the fuck?
Yeah. Jake would love catfish, man.
Get the fuck out of here, man. You know, and that's Esau, because they eat.
You got plenty of herbs that could be aphrodisiac, right? And you want to pick something, something like that.
Yo, when you got what's that, bro? Fuck, these women. No, but these women, they just crazy, man. You know, all
bugged out.
Shit, all unclean. No, that's what I meant. That's why, you know, because those things are meant to clean the oceans, man.
Right.
They have a job,
right.
You know. So if you eating something that's eating waste, what the hell you think is inside?
Right.
Exactly.
You just eating waste, man.
Yeah,
you know, and Esau knows that. Why think? And yo, that's why the seas are so fucking black, man.
Right.
Because you taking out the cleaners, man. You know the bottom feeders, what they do, they're the garbage disposal of the sea.
Right.
Just like the goddamn pigs, they the garbage disposal of the land.
And Jake will know that and will still eat
And they
that
still-
shit.
okay,
Exactly.
yeah, they still won't-
Like
Oh,
just
they raise it right.
even
It's
outside of the
solid.
Bible, just
it's,
biology.
it's kosher.
Yeah,
Like,
yo, they
it's
said
kosher.
these damn Americans
kosher
got
pig.
kosher pig. Yeah.
Damn.
They were saying that
That's
shit.
crazy.
That's how you know that they're not the people.
And that's how you know, like, yo, like these Christians, they do that. They'll eat a pig and pray over it. That don't make any sense.
And Moab and Ammon, stop eating the goddamn
Yo,
dogs and them cats,
damn.
man. Cut that shit out.
Yo, what you mentioned earlier about the rats, I seen
Yeah,
the video.
and rats too.
I
Cut
seen the
that shit
video.
out.
Yo, them
Tell y'all
them
right now.
Them Moabites be fucking them Jones
Hey.
up, man.
Like
Stop
it's
that
just-
shit, man.
He had this one Moabite. This rat was huge, man.
Oh,
He dipped it in the boiling hot water, skinned it, cut the tail, the head,
Yeah.
all that.
They put that shit on video, man. Like that's
what he
cool.
did.
Like
So he's
stop
chopping it
that,
up,
man.
Chopping that joint.
Damn.
Yo, the bull said it was the bull we've always be quoting. He'd be like, Rascal. He was doing the video. He was like, man, I'm never eating ground beef again. Because that's what it looked like. The way he
Damn.
cooked it up, it looked like ground beef
Oh,
with a thing
wow.
of rice. I said, oh my God.
wow.
You don't even know what you eat, man. You know?
That's
Yo,
another thing. Yeah,
Seriously,
right.
stop that shit. Stop eating the dog.
Yo,
Stop
man.
eating the cats. Stop eating them damn
And
rats.
that's another thing because where we reside at in the ghettos, the niggas, the Latinos and Native American Indians, right? All the fucking food markets around us is from these heathens.
Right,
Cut.
right.
Yo, cut.
So where you think our people's gonna go to? They don't know what's natural. They can't grow.
That shit is not chicken.
Our people
Wow.
can't grow.
Hell no.
We don't own farms. We can't grow shit.
Right.
So they gotta go to Qdoba. Who the fuck knows what's in Qdoba?
Right,
In the meat.
right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Oh, it's
Probably
Mexican.
eating fucking wood.
It's it,
I'm telling you, you go to Mingling. You go to
yeah.
Mingling, you
Chipotle.
eating cat, rat, and dog.
Horse meat, yeah.
Chipotle got horse meat.
Dang.
And then you gotta. It's common sense. There's not that many animals for all these restaurants to have that much meat.
Then it
That's
has
crazy.
to be of a certain age. Matter of fact.
Right.
Yeah.
And then you gotta kill it a certain way
Right.
because there's laws on how to kill an animal.
These real lawful people, man.
Then they gotta eat. The animals gotta eat certain things. So even if the animal, they'd be like, oh, this is grass-fed meat.
Yeah, but
Well, that grass is fucking polluted by the chemtrails. How about that? So there's like everything here. The point is, it's all backwards, inside out, upside down. There's no order. There's no flourish, righteousness in
Right.
this place. You know, because the food you get now is so small, so little, decompressed.
Yep.
When the scriptures say it took 2 men to carry a cluster of grapes,
Right.
and the men was husky as shit.
Right.
So, goddamn, you got giants. They gotta carry 2 of them for grapes.
Right.
So, how big the grapes?
Hey, we getting that back. We getting that back, brother, in the
trees
kingdom.
was bigger.
Right.
The trees was like
Exactly.
mountains,
Right.
you know. The animals was bigger.
And healthy.
Men used to last longer.
Right.
You know, now you have sexual intercourse with a woman. You get tired quick.
Right.
I need to eat you. Man, we was going in back then.
Right.
You know? Like everything was more, damn, what's that word? Energized, like authentic.
Yeah, natural. Just natural.
those are
Yeah,
organic.
just natural.
It was organic, right?
Yeah.
You
All
know?
right, I got it. All right, this is this is basically going to sacrifice the animals for like offerings.
Oh,
That's not what
when they commit a sin.
yeah. Come on.
That's why we under grace, you know, because scripture said we shall eat our bread,
Defiled. Yeah, among the heathen.
you know?
Yeah. That's why he had who's eating them shit cakes.
Ezekiel,
Yeah.
I believe it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, crazy.
Right?
Because that's what we eat.
That's what we eat right now.
Basically,
Yeah,
that,
shit.
he used that as an
Yeah,
example.
that's what we eat.
He used that as an example to
Right.
show and we eating worse than shit cakes.
Right.
We probably eating like that show, the Walking Dead. I think the bull. No, it wasn't the Walking Dead. Anyway, it was a family that they committed cannibalism in the bull. He didn't know he had a fucking child, and then when
Right.
he found out, he was so mad. He was like, "I know what babies taste like."
Yeah. Hey,
Like,
and
God
all y'all
damn.
know what it tastes like right now
That's
with the
crazy.
damn McDonald's, Burger King. All that shit is full of human flesh,
And
probably.
now there's more videos of people finding like human teeth in their meat.
Damn.
They're like, "These are gums."
Oh, yeah.
That's how you
We found
teeth. Human teeth.
Right.
Gum with the gum still
Hey.
attached.
I'm gonna read this one. This is Leviticus 22.
No fucks given.
Yeah, kind of 17. Kind of 17. It says, but this is going to the animal sacrifice, but still it's rules. All right. It says, flawless animals for sacrifice. That's why Yahweh Shai, he was that sacrificial lamb, the lamb without blemish. You know. It says, and Yahweh spake unto Moses, saying, speak unto Aaron and to his sons and unto the children of Israel, and say unto them, whatsoever he be of the house of Israel or of the strangers in Israel that will offer his obligation for all his vows and for all his free will offerings, which they will offer unto Yahweh for burnt offerings. It says, ye shall offer at your own will a male without blemish, or of the beavers, of the beeves, of the sheep, and of the goats. And you always said a male child. Even going to the animals,
Right.
you know, it's dealing with the male animals, right? You know, it says, but
Just
what's
like all the male when the Lord killed all the male animals.
cut. Well, the firstborn.
The first.
Firstborn
Yeah.
of all.
The first one.
all the Egyptians.
So,
You know, but Ramses, he had a son, so I was firstborn. That's
Right.
crazy with that, man. But it
that was
says,
Pharaoh.
yeah, cut.
Egypt, man.
It says, verse 19. It says, "Ye shall offer at your own will a male without blemish of the beeves, or the sheep, or the goats. But whatsoever hath a blemish, that shall ye not offer, for it shall not be acceptable for you." It says, "And whosoever offer a sacrifice of peace offering unto Yahweh to accomplish his vow, or free will offering, and for these or sheep, it shall be perfect to be accepted. There shall be no blemish therein." Matter of fact, what the hell is it? I'm gonna see.
Right. So there's
What
even
type
laws
of animal
on
it is?
certain animals to sacrifice for certain sins, which we're
Right.
not doing that anymore.
Oh, God.
But it shows the significance,
God.
the importance of, how they handled it at that time. Firstborn, the male.
It's rules. You can't just do whatever that.
Yeah, and how you treat it too.
You can't
How
just
you
do
treat
whatever
it,
the hell
like-
you
How you kill it,
There's
everything.
an order,
Yeah.
a structure for all of that.
Right.
It's a quad. It's cattle, herd, oxen. All right. Herd, head of cattle. That's what it is, a head of cattle, man. So that's it. Right, and of course it's a male, you know. The quad. It says, verse 20 says, I'm gonna jump down. I want to get to where it's talking about. All right, here it goes. It says, I'm jumping down to verse 28. But it's telling you how you can't even slaughter the same animal. The same, like it says, and whether it be a cow or an ill, ye shall not kill it or her young both in one day. Oh, the Lord, listen,
Wow.
man. And this is life, man. This is how you run a society, right? And make it thrive. No, they killing the animals. You got veal. You're not supposed to no fucking veal because the animal is not up to
Baby,
like
right?
That. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, that's what I was trying to find.
Right.
With the age, it has to be like what, 7 or 8, I believe. before you're able to slaughter. It has to be of a certain age.
So,
Right.
it's right.
You know,
Yeah.
you can't just slaughter a calf. No, because that meat is going to be it's going to be tender,
Huh.
but it's not right. You know, it's like taking something out the oven early to eat it, man.
Right.
You know, like Esau, what they do with the meat, sizzle, and eat that shit, blood dripping all out, man. You know, they lawless.
Yeah.
Man.
I
That's
see
what
that.
they do.
And like you said, you kill the whole family of stock, right?
Yes.
And you're
Stop.
not
Look at
supposed
them
to do
goddamn
that.
them slaughterhouses. man.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You know?
Yeah.
Right.
That's why the meat is so tense. Purdue. Look at the Purdue.
Right.
chicken. You see the bumps on that motherfucker.
That shit
Yeah.
is wicked.
Because when they were
Right.
slaughtering them animals, no, because they showed it. That shit is crazy. That shit is crazy how they do them animals.
Right. Oh,
The
shit.
Monty man,
Right.
Monty boy.
Shit.
But nah, the one cow they was showing, the animals know when they about to die.
Yeah, they're going through
Yeah,
torture.
the cow had a
Yeah,
tear
they
in his
torture
eye.
them. They don't
Yeah.
kill them like
And
how they
that
supposed to be
shit,
killed.
it was like a fucking like a jackhammer. It was crazy, and it was hitting cow in the head. I'm like, God damn.
Damn.
So them animals, they tense up.
Yeah.
Like, 'cause they see, they know it's coming.
They probably shitting and everything
Yeah,
too. All
so
the
they-
nasty hormones coming out of them.
Yup, and that's what you
Yeah.
need. They're
Yeah,
eating that. That's
yeah.
why these people buck the hell out their mind, man. You know, because like when they say the halal food, all that shit, all it means is prayer. That's what they do. They pray over it,
Yeah.
and what they do to calm the animal down.
Right.
You know, so the animal, you got that vibration.
Exactly.
You're praying and all that. The animal's like,
At peace.
You know?
Yeah.
That's what you're supposed
and
to
then
Right.
it relaxes it. So
Yeah.
the meat is not
Right.
that tip.
Yeah.
That's why it's so soft.
Right.
You know, because the animals relax. Like, I'm just going to sleep.
Yeah.
And you sitting praying over it, then you slit his throat.
Yep.
Exactly.
And then he
And-
fucking down.
Yep.
Yeah,
The blood comes out
Exactly,
naturally.
yup.
Everything.
He's out born.
Yeah.
I was gonna say everything has a molecular system to where. Why you think Esau like to drink adrenaline? Because they know at a certain time, if the baby's at this pain, it's gonna give us this chemical,
Mhm.
and that's gonna help us live longer. But what about the chemical? The way we're supposed to, like the brother said,
Right.
killing the animal, making sure that that flesh is in peace,
Right.
because that's flesh that
Right.
you eat. You know, you want that to be righteous, holy.
Right.
You don't want to just like a
Yeah.
savage.
Sledgehammer.
Yeah, good. That's
They the real savages. That's why they got all these little instruments. Where one of them may sound like a duck, quack, quack,
Yeah.
and bring them over.
Uh-huh.
Like they're very deceitful.
Right.
Esau, that's in their nature.
Damn
And then you want
caveman.
to shoot them. Bam!
Right. That's what they do when they go hunting, right?
Send me with a
Put a bullet in them.
Boom.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like,
Oh shit! Here, it's called Captain Bolt pistol. Look at this shit, man. I'm about to show you. This is what they do these in. God damn. Man, it's insane, man. Look, you got. I'm gonna show you a couple of these.
just to kill a
Hey, they
animal.
got. This is one of the. It says humane. It's not humane, man. This is bullshit. Look what they do.
Oh, dang.
Kill an animal like that,
Oh,
and then another animal's behind it,
right.
and they see
Seeing
that
it,
shit.
watching
Yeah.
it.
They say,
Yeah.
right,
See, look, here go
Yeah.
another one.
Dang.
That's crazy. Look at that, man. They doing to the
Oh,
animals.
man. Like a guillotine.
Yeah, cut. And yo, that you said that,
Dang.
that's what they gonna start doing us, man.
Yeah.
You know, when they got that. And yo, you watched that movie, Running Man, right? No, was it Running Man? No, it was Back to the Future, I think. I think it was no. It was Running Man. It was Running Man. It's a lot. It was Running Man. But Arnold Schwarzenegger, he came to this house, and the lady was like, it was a scene where she was living in a place, and he was like, yo, where's the people that was here before you? He's like, you're not supposed to be here. She was like, oh no, they got sent to a re-education facility. I said, God damn, so that's what's coming to go.
Yeah.
That's what they're going to call it, because it's a new system that they're trying to implement, man.
They
You know?
do that over there in China.
That's right.
You know, they send
so
them
now
over.
with a new system being implemented, they have to educate you on it.
Yeah.
So now with the older people, they like, oh, they're setting their ways. Like you said, that list, like that.
Mhm.
They know who's going to comply and who's not going to
Right.
comply. They got a list of that too.
Right.
You know, because it was a thing years ago when they was going around to people's mailboxes putting different stickers on them, labeling them like, oh, they're a threat. This person's not this and that.
Different colors.
Wow.
They'll put certain colors.
Yep.
Like
a
he's on the
little
red list, the
Yup,
yellow
there you
list,
go.
the
Yeah.
green list.
Yeah.
Yup. They had that. You know, so when that's how they gonna come, coming like that flood. They take your ass down, man.
Mhm.
Right, I got a quick one.
Word, bro.
Psalms 10:4. Real quick, it says the wicked throughout the pride of his countenance will not seek after God. God is not in all his thoughts. Right.
Mm.
So the wicked, the Lord is not in their thoughts.
Yeah.
Everything that this society promotes goes contrary to what
The
the
scriptures,
scriptures
that's
talk
right.
about.
That's right,
I
brother.
got one
You
more,
know?
sir. Look what they doing to this cow, man. That's crazy.
Come on, man.
Look at
So
their
when-
head.
So when the
Dang.
Lord said to kill an animal certain way, Right.
That tells you how to kill it.
Right.
Esau's not doing it.
Right.
exactly. So
They're
that's why.
setting up a facility.
Shit.
That's why they
Slaughter.
call them slaughterhouse.
Slaughter.
And then when you eat,
Dang.
let's say you actually eating an animal, maybe
Right.
it's not a human, but you got the itis. Now you feel like shit.
Right.
Now you feel bloated.
Right.
You know what I
Right.
mean? Now your fucking foot is numb. You don't
Right.
know why.
These unclean animals, but look how they treat them though. Slaughterhouse.
Right.
He
Yeah.
chasing them, so them animals
Right.
are oh shit.
Yeah.
Like you go down
So-
Lehigh, like 50 league as a 50 league park. Like probably like second Lehigh around there. It's a you could say a slaughterhouse down there, but it's like a halal place where they take the animals, they don't slaughter them like that, man.
Right.
They got a certain quarter they take them into, they pray over it, and then they're slaughtered.
Yeah, that's vicious.
They don't. This is Esau shit.
Right.
That's wicked.
Even the animals. Why do you think the animals is even angry at this man?
Come.
Exactly.
You know, look what they doing to him.
Yeah.
You know, animals got spirits in it too. You know,
Yeah. So I know there was this one video, this Edomite chick, she they had the horses or whatever.
Mhm.
And so everybody, they was woken up, petting the horses or whatever. But then this Edomite chick came, the horses kicked the shit out of her. And they were saying how the spirits of the animals are starting to rise up against these heathens.
Oh yeah.
You know? I was like, damn, that's crazy.
Come.
okay, hold that. Grab Exodus 12 and 5, brother Kushai. You might have started one.
So Esau is referred to what is
This
it?
what I was looking for, though, bro. I'm sloppy, bro. But, this is the Passover day. Yeah, Esau, like they started the parent animal, the fucking the child, all in the same
Right.
day. All
Yeah.
in the same day.
Right.
And you talk about they got all this beef.
Not just in the same day, all in the same second. Right. I'm gonna kill your mother. You gonna see your mother getting slaughtered, your dad getting slaughtered, and now it's gonna be your turn. And now you got all these hormones coming out of them,
Yeah.
right? Shit coming out of them, right?
And that's what you eat.
Yeah.
Fucking
Oh, this is
caviar.
this is going into how old the Passover is.
This book of Exodus, chapter 12, verse 1. And Yahweh spake unto Moses and Aaron in the land of Egypt, saying, This month shall be unto you the beginning of months. It shall be the first month of the year to you.
Now, this is going to the Passover, but my point is going to be in 5 because I just wanted to get to how old the animal was supposed to be before you can slaughter it. And the Passover is a perfect example because that's that represents your house side of that, you know.
It says, "Speak ye unto all the congregation of Israel, saying, in the 10th day of this month they shall take to them every man a lamb, according to the house of their fathers, a lamb for a house. And if the household be too little for the lamb, let him and his neighbor next unto his house take it according to the number of the souls.
That's right. Huh?
Every man according to his eating shall make your account for the lamb."
See that? And it rules everything.
Yeah, don't waste nothing.
Yeah. It said according to his eating. Fill yourself up. Don't be a glutton. Don't overeat.
Right.
You know, that's what Thanksgiving's about. Gluttony, man. They're stuffing their faces. You know? Motherfuckers end up in the hospital on Thanksgiving because they ate too goddamn much, man. Seriously.
And if I'm not mistaken on this, you're not supposed to have nothing left over either. Ain't no leftover.
Nope, you burn it.
Yeah.
You burn it. It ain't no after the Passover. I'm gonna take me a plate home.
Right.
It tastes better
That
than
shit
that.
stays.
Right.
By the time the sun come up, you gotta be done.
Better eat
burn
that shit. Yeah.
Get rid of it.
Right.
You gotta throw it out your house. It's not supposed to be in your house at all.
It says,
Saving that.
"Your lamb shall be without blemish, a male of the first year."
See, you know the first year, go. You know the first year, so you can't slaughter people's children, man.
Right.
That has to go. Just like Yahweh Shai, is what the sacrificial lamb. Why you think Yahweh put him to death when he was young? Let him give up the ghost when he was young.
Right.
He had to reach his potential, man. He had a doctrine of spirit, man. He had a gospel to teach, man. You know? And ultimately, what? He laid his life down. You know, he couldn't have died before it was his time, man. Because it was prophecy. And prophecy has to be fulfilled, just like it's being fulfilled right now, man. You know, we're walking, living prophecy. Everything you see happening right now is prophecy. You got Trump talking about that purge. Well, that's about to happen, man. No matter of fact, can you grab that real quick? The enemies are coming like a flood. What's that?
Isaiah.
The enemies are coming like a flood. Because, that's what Trump is talking about right now. Nero. No, he said, we're going to have one day of, with the law they just go ham on these niggas, man. And he's like, basically man, listen, if that doesn't sound like a Roman thing, man, what we just talking about, the Saturnus,
Right.
where Rome declared around this time, from the 21st to the 25th, they shut down all the courts and everything. Anything went. So that's Trump talking about, we just going to have one day where the law they just handle the thieves or all these things. Guess where he's selling them, man? To Jake neighborhoods. They're not going to no Edomite neighborhoods doing none of that shit because the crime is not there.
Right.
The crime is right here in your neighborhood, man. That's what he's selling to. So he's basically telling you, Jacob's trouble. He's telling you what's coming, man. Because what you already got ICE and all that running down on everything. Ran the churches, man, ran it in schools and all that. It's just the beginning, man. This is the beginning of sorrows, man. In that vision that brother McGon had, man, come on, And then another brother going into Acts the 27th chapter, he tells about, in the day of Pentecost, man. When the Lord poured out His Spirit on all flesh, and they started speaking in different tongues and all that. And it was 9:00 in the morning.
They thought they was drunk.
Yeah, kind of. Apostle Paul was like, man, and he shouted it. He said, "Ye men of Galilee," and all he was talking to the Israelites. He said, "You would think that these men," he's like, being as though it's the 3rd hour of the day, it's too early for them to be drunk. He's like, these men are sober, man. And that's like with us, man. When we like, you get a spirit on you, people think that you're fucking crazy. They already think that we're bugged out. But you got to be some type of touch to come out here on the highways and teach these niggas, man.
Shit, they call Yahweh Shai Rumble.
Yeah, cut exactly. Because Yahweh Shai, he ain't drink he drank, but he probably just came out of fast. They called him a glutton, a wine.
Yeah.
He came out of fast. You know how long he was fasting?
Right.
And that's what Jake do. All they want to do is point the finger at you. Look at him. He's a glutton. How many days didn't he eat? Do you know that?
Right.
Because it's not none of your goddamn business, man. That's between him and Yahweh. And he had to go get tempted while he was fasting, man.
God.
Just like, what happened with the Maccabees when they was going to fight, man. You know, and for Hanukkah and all that, man, they was fasting.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm telling you, Esau knows this book because it's a movie. I can't remember the name of it, but it's basically was the people from the future was coming back to the past, and they was to the present, and they was like, yo, we got a problem in the future, and they're basically talking about Israel, man, because they was like, we gonna attack them on the Sabbath because they rest. I heard that shit.
Oh.
What? That was the exact words. He said, we gonna attack them on the Sabbath because that's when they rest. And I know they got that from the Maccabees.
Wow.
You know?
Wow.
But it was like
that was like in a movie?
Yeah, kind of, but it was basically saying like they was aliens, and I was like, God damn. So that's how I know that they know that book, man.
Right.
They study it. Why do you think they got vocab alone on the apostles' ass so much?
Wow.
Because they want to know everything.
Yeah.
How can we get them? How can we boom, boom, boom? That's it. And that's why Matatash like, man, fuck that.
Right.
We fighting on the Shabbat.
Yeah.
You know? The Shabbat was made for man, not the Shabbat for made for man, not the Shabbat for man. I mean, probably saying it wrong, but the Lord made it for the man, not man for that.
And the Lord put on spirit, because now, if they knew that they could do that, wouldn't you think they would go to war?
Exactly.
Every same Sabbath, every Sabbath.
Because we was getting slaughtered.
Right.
We was getting slaughtered because that's when they was coming. They was coming on, when you read that in the Maccabees, they was coming at them on the Shabbat. Because they knew that they was wrestling. Like, oh, that's that, and that's a bitch move. Man.
Right.
That's how I know that them heathens, they suckers, man.
Yeah.
They suckers. We're going to hit them when we know their custom.
Right.
You know? They can't do this because they're God to be angry.
Right.
Well, the Lord was with that guys.
Right.
The Lord was like, hey, man, listen.
Yeah.
Go handle that.
Yep.
You know?
Right.
Just
Don't
like
even
that.
sweat it.
You know, even with Yahweh shot. What happens is using common sense, man.
Yeah.
You know, what Yahweh shot did, he was like, when he healed people on the Shabbat, he's like, what man going to see one of the cattle on the Sabbath and not go take it out of a ditch? Just going to leave it there?
Right.
You know, that's being over righteous.
Yeah.
Right. We in hell, man, but there's certain things that Yahweh shot did on the Shabbat.
Yeah.
You know? There's certain things he did. Miracles.
Right. You got Amalek, right? These pigeons, they got people in their homes just to turn on and off the lights. Because on the Shabbat, they can't use no electronics. They can't do nothing.
And yo,
So one dude was asking the rabbi in a podcast. He was like, "Y'all got that right?" I forgot what he called them. People that turn the lights on and off for them. He called them something, but he was like, "But isn't that usually? Aren't you using them? Because you're supposed to keep the Sabbath holy, but you're making them break it." Right. I was like, "That's heavy."
That's how I know that they're not the people.
Exactly.
Because the whole everybody when in our kingdom, everybody's going to wrestle.
Exactly.
And that's why the heathen going, oh, thank God, they ain't going to fuck us up today. You know, we don't got our word, You know, but they was, and that's how I know that they're not the people, because what? They're making another man sick.
Right.
You know, causing somebody to err. And if it's an Israelite, they causing them to err.
Right.
You know, and they don't know the real Sabbath.
No.
And they do it on Sunday, Saturday, or Friday to Saturday. That's why they like to wear all black.
Right.
Because they're without light. That's the void of light.
With their baby caps on.
Right, and there ain't no light in them.
Yeah, you
So, I forgot. I was watching a video, and it was like, what's going on in New York? You see all Amalek, you know, the small hats. And they was deep. Dude was recording, he was like, oh shit. He was like, yo, let me chill. Let me chill, but they try to hang me or some shit. It was Jake saying, but yo, they was all rushing, and every man's face looked like they heard some news that was crazy.
Hey.
So you know, and that's up there in Brooklyn. So
yeah,
Brooklyn, remember what happened
in,
you know, September 11th. You know, it's another thing coming.
That's heavy you mentioned that, bro, because this July 4th is going to be the 250th birthday of America.
No,
July 4th.
2026.
This year,
2026. Yeah.
Oh shit! I
July 4th.
1776. Remember
July
that?
4th.
Yeah.
So they're saying like there was a magazine that came out. I forget what magazine it is, but it's showing
Yeah.
It's 250 years, yeah.
Yep.
But they kept saying Happy Birthday America this year. They was
Oh, it's always a birthday for them on July 4th.
Damn.
But yeah, no, it's gonna be
But
2026.
to hit 250 years,
Yeah.
it's what makes it like a memorial, like a
Yeah.
heavy. So now they say, you know, they might be in the tag or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, but that's heavy because
But
that
you
shit
never
started right here in Philadelphia.
Right. Yeah. That's why it's gonna be a big something. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Shit.
know.
Oh man, I hope the Lord doesn't break the pain of this motherfucker.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 59, verse 19.
Good.
So shall they fear the name of Yahweh
right.
from the west, and his glory from the rising of the sun.
That's right.
When the enemy shall come in like a flood,
Oh, that's what's coming.
the spirit of Yahweh shall lift a standard against him.
Right, that standard is the way to escape. You know?
And
And did not Yahweh always make a way for Yahweh Shah to get up out of there?
Yep.
Look at what we was talking about. We was talking about Rahab last night and Joshua when they went to go take what was that? Was that Jericho?
The wars of Jericho.
Yeah, come when they was
Circling it.
Joshua and Caleb went
Yeah.
to go spy out the police. But Rahab the harlot, she knew
Oh, con. Yeah.
that
Yeah.
she was like, oh, it's like so
Yeah.
the Lord used her, and that's crazy. And I always mention this too because Joshua, his name is Yahweh Shah. That's what the name translates to. Joshua was a deliverer at his time, and what Joshua do when that woman helped them and was like, yo, when the dudes came to try to, she told them to hide on the roof and everything, then they let him down in the basket to get up out of there to go back. Joshua told her, he said, mark this on your doorpost.
Saved their family.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
she
like,
saved
so
her
he's like,
family.
whoever's in this in this doorpost, we're not gonna harm him.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But everybody else getting slaughtered.
Hey, and she knew the fame of the Israelites. She was like,
say, remember his family's men. Because they heard about everything.
yeah, right.
Oh, these them niggas?
Right.
Oh, shit.
Right.
And then,
No, we don't want to know.
Right.
and then you know that he just came out of Egypt.
Okay.
So they heard all the commotions in Egypt. Now you coming over here.
Damn, his name Yahweh. He took down the Egyptians. And then you know how major the Egyptians was back then?
Right.
That would be like unheard. That's like
the kingdom. That was the
how
kingdom.
America is right now.
Yeah.
Just
that
like
was the
now.
king.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
that's how big Egypt was. That's
Yep.
how big America is now.
Yeah, they
So
were
it's
the
like,
rulers.
damn. So it's like, yo, if when this place comes down, that's why I said, they shall fear the name of the Lord from the east into the west, man. The rising of the sun to the setting of it. That's the east to the west, man.
Yeah.
Exactly. Everybody. When the enemy come in, and that's why they go on fear his name, because they're going to start seeing men like us. Get them powers. And start doing, they're going to be like, oh, shit, they was out there talking about the Lord. Who they was calling on? They got that power?
Yeah,
That's why I said, yo, our people shall be one in the day of that power. They're not going to be out here chasing these niggas with these little switches and all that. They're going to be laughing at them niggas. They're going to be like, no, we don't want that. We want them.
Hey, that's why they spot our liberties right now, because they know we the X-Men, right?
Yo, you know, man.
We the Marvel superheroes,
see that
right?
That new Superman. I think you was telling us about it. It was one of them joints you said you went to go see. Your kid.
Yeah.
It was one, but it was. Well, I thought you said Superman.
Yeah, I can't remember. Yeah, it was one of
It was,
yep.
it was going into us, though.
Right.
You know what I mean? And they know, like you said, they know we them X. Why you think they made that show? Professor Xavier moving shit with his mind. You know, Magneto was really that nigga was on point. He like, man, we're not fucking with the niggas. Like, we not fucking with the niggas.
Yeah.
Just like the Decepticons with the Transformers, they like, we not fucking with them.
Right.
Optimus Prime trying to save Esau King. Get the fuck out of here. Megatron like, man, fuck that. Megatron said Negatron. We riding on it, man.
Why do you think they're coming up with all these different devices now with the ice where they can see through walls?
Oh shit.
And with all this technology.
It's your Wi-Fi too.
Because, you know, but, you know, that just shows that that's their power.
Right. Can hear your conversation.
Right.
That's their power that they got now on the corner level. So the only way that we're gonna escape what Esau has for us is by faith. It's through the Lord to lift up the standard, like the brother read. Because when you go into that word standard, it means a way to escape, to take flight, to flee. You know? Hey, scripture say we shall be even as pilgrims on that day. So we're going to be wanderers. You know where you're going to end up. You know, Lord, hey, brothers might not be together. We might be on our own, however the Lord sees fit.
Exactly.
You know?
Shit, brothers got jobs, you know, move around and about. They ain't always going to be around each other.
Trust in a
That's why
gun.
the Lord said you're going to live with that standard.
Can't trust in nothing in this society.
God,
That's temporary. The only thing that's everlasting is your faith, man.
God.
And the words of the Lord.
Your name.
The words of the Lord is everlasting.
That's right.
And his kingdom. That's everlasting.
Couldn't have said it any better.
Man.
God.
That's why we out here speaking.
God.
You know, we're telling you about the kingdom of God. That's why we go into a little bit of the law. Let you know, it's rules, man. Why you think this place is so fucked up? Because it's lawless, man. It's
Right.
ruleless, man. Every different state has different laws, man.
Yeah.
You know? But the national, you got the federal government, then you got the regular, you know, your mountains and your hills. Like your mayors. The mayors is hills, man. You know? Different cities run different days and that, man. This shit is fucking crazy.
Right.
Countries.
But the whole earth is going to be under these laws that we got.
That's right.
The whole globe, all the universe.
And there's going to be no progression. Yeah.
That's crazy.
You know? Because that's why the scriptures say the earth is mortal.
Right.
That's why everything is throughout what? Through sin.
Right.
It started with us. This earth is, you know, fucked up really because our people sin.
Right.
So now the Lord had to be like, all right, you know what? You gotta go through what you gotta go through.
And you got the basis of men in rulership.
And you know, that's funny, bro. Because he got on that shit. It really brought it to my memory. We talk about rededicating the temple, right? Hanukkah and everything. We built the temple, like Cyrus and us did it. The third temple. Where we teach it, we on temple, right? You know, so we trying to hey man.
God.
We bring out the words and we build the temple. Right?
Sure.
The third temple. Yahweh Shah said he's going to do that.
It's
Right.
three of us.
That's true. Yeah, cut. I understand. At the 3 bus.
Yeah, I'm
So
saying
understand.
Understand ye.
Yeah.
Hear ye, hear ye.
That's and not just because I just seen his show. Like, oh shit,
Right.
the temple because we just met and look, I got can't make this up, man.
Oh snap.
I thought I was gonna go into this.
That's the spirit.
That's Katie and it's red.
3
Yeah, listen,
temple.
come
Yeah.
on.
And it was
I just
sitting
had this in my pocket the whole
looking
time.
at it. Yeah, I'm
Because
looking at it.
when I opened it up from the beginning, I was like, oh shit. Because I knew because we like the Hanukkah, I'm like, damn, we about to go to. That's what I'm saying. She can't make that.
That is
And yo,
three
what
of
we
us.
just what we just said earlier, the Lord showed us something
Every single week, week in and week out. We come here week in.
All right, with that action, we gonna say,
Beat me up. Beat me up.
No, and that's the Jonah. Come on, man. Yeah. Hey, yo, man, on that, man.
Yo,
We got
yeah.
your-
Yeah, get the classic. There's the book of Revelation, chapter 13, verse 16. And he calls it all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in his right hand or in his forehead, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666.
That's right. And that's going to be, that's your new currency right there, bro. Whether you believe it or not, because look, the Bank of America sign is a shit, man.
you have.
No, you got to tap your card to get into the building. Man. Getting you comfortable with that motion, man. You know, like I said, I've been meaning to go down to this Amazon place, the market, just to do a walkthrough. Try to do a little quick video in there, man.
The Amazon Fresh joint? Which
They
one?
got one here.
Oh, right here?
Yeah, they got one. I think it's Spring Market. The first one.
Oh.
And they got one out. That's what they got.
Damn, I was.
Hey.
Anyway,
Oh, man.
damn, I thought Raza was quick.
Let me turn this way. Let me turn this way.
I got an
Let me
fast
turn
ride.
this way.
Yeah, but you know it's heavy though, because the first Apple computer that came out was sold for $666.66.
Oh, shit, that's
The
right.
first Apple computer that was
Yeah,
created.
that's
And that's
right.
showing.
And the
Yeah.
guy, I don't know if he got like some type of something's not wired together in his head, but he was making a mention on why he did that. And I was listening. I'm like,
Yeah,
I'm like,
But they
shit.
know
Yeah, he
that's the
know.
number of a man. That's why he did it.
right.
Because
There
you
you
know,
go.
got-
That's that technology.
Yeah,
You know, the first Apple, and then you got the Apple. What they talk about in the scripture, the Apple, serpent, gate.
Mhm.
They and that's why the Apple was big. On that Macintosh, all that shit, Apple
Right.
shit. Look at the Apple
Right.
big.
yeah.
They know what the hell.
And-
they're
and
doing. It's just
also-
symbolic.
Also, the first barcode that was created,
Shit.
what,
1972
1972, was that was, you know, the code on it was basically 666 on it. 0600060606.
It's on all of them.
Right.
The first tag is 6. You got the middle is real small, it's 6. And the last is 6 and shit.
So now, like Carl Schwab was talking about, Cotton Schwab, brother, Cotton Schwab, he be like, no, because he was talking about basically how things, technology, how it's going to evolve. Like how we went from the first industrial revolution to now when we leading to the fourth industrial revolution. You had Cotton Schwab talking about, because we know how they dealt with animals, machines. Now it's technology. But he was like, it's going to be devices on your clothes. And then he said from your clothes, it's going to be on your body.
Hey.
So now you got like you get any of your clothes. You got like a little barcode, like a tag. Like
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? But then he was like, it's going to be in your bodies. To try to come in the name of convenience.
Mhm.
You can't lose your pick. Oh, that's
Right.
another thing. Now, first they stopped making the pennies, right?
Yeah.
The coins. Now they're doing away with paper checks. Paper. What else is paper? The Federal
Right.
Reserve notes. So now they're doing away with the metals, the certain metals. Now they're doing away with paper.
Huh.
It's gonna lead to what? Technology, the chip. So that was heavy. I did a lesson on that the other day. Paper checks. Oh, you don't have to worry about losing it.
Right.
You don't have to worry about this. It sounded good.
Got it.
So I said, be not ignorant. Never trust our enemy.
Yeah, we're
Because
not
when he
ignorant of
goes
Satan
crazy,
devices. Yeah.
Yeah, you try to be humble. Oh, it'll be beneficial for you. It'll help you
Right.
see again. It'll help you walk. It'll help your child speak.
Huh.
They try to be like the Most High.
Mhm.
You know,
They're doing that shit now.
they're
Right.
doing it good. But this Revelation chapter 14, verse number 9. This was going to happen to those people that do take this this device in their bodies when all hell break loose. That's why it's called what? The hour of temptation. Because it's going to be global. You know, the whole world is going to be tempted.
Huh.
You know, because these other countries are down with that RFID device. So don't be bamboozled. Like they in bed together. You know? But something's going to happen where it's finally going to go to World War III. But it says, and the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image, and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of God, which is poured out without mixture, into the cup of his indignation. And he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. Yo, you have prophets get really scared in the presence of the angels. So just imagine.
Everything.
Huh.
Every night, yeah.
That energy so heavy, they had to bow down.
Huh.
Like,
Your
shit.
flesh can't withstand that, man. Because you're in the flesh, right? The spirit is completely pure. Right? It don't sin. This flesh is sin. That's why you bow down to that power. That power. Oh shit!
Huh.
The angel. Oh, my brother. Get up.
Yeah.
I'm a brother just like you.
Huh.
You got it, bro.
God, Right? It says, and the smoke of their torment ascended up forever and ever, and they had no rest day nor night, who worship the beast and his image, and whosoever receiveth the mark of his name.
We're gonna see that smoke too.
So when
In
it
the
said,
kingdom, right? Because we going, that's how long it's gonna be burnt. For a long time. We're gonna look on, oh shit, look over there. Just like that's why Yahweh Shah compared it to Gehenna, what was that shit? Hinnom. Compared to Hinnom, that's the place where they used to put all the trash and burn. And the people in Jerusalem, they used to look like, yo, that's the trash over there. So you can see it. That's what the Lord was saying. Like, yo, that smoke, the trash, he compared this place to that. You know, because you know that smoke that's going to burn. And people, when they look over there, they're going, oh, that's going to be a reminder until it stops burning. You know, until that smoke clear up. That's going to burn for a while because this place is highly flammable. Highly flammable. That's why I would call it a lake of fire. I think he got them built. Like, they building some new shit over here.
oh, yeah.
Hey, they shall build. The Lord gonna throw down.
That's the same thing the brother said. I thought the same thing.
That's the spirit.
That's 3 times it's been said.
Now you got to think too, because there was this picture. It had buildings, but like it was underground. Like the other infrastructure of the buildings was underneath. Then the other was underneath, and it was going into the different civilizations. Right. So you got to think, like the brother said, underground. There's buildings, like there's from generations and generations and generations. So all of that gotta get like, the Lord gotta send
They
this.
had them secrets, man. They had one on I-95 a while ago. When that shit, that was an Indian miracle. They just built a highway over that shit.
That's a heavy cleansing. You know when you got when you and your mom's spring cleaning. She get y'all getting it in like. Sweeping the closets, fucking mopping the ceilings.
The
like
real
you go,
spring cleaning is coming.
Spring clean, no, and spring is the rebirth, a renewal, oh man. Verse 12 it says, "Here is the patience of the saints. Here are they that keep the commandments of God and the faith of Yahushua HaMashiach."
Amen. So Lord's willing. Cameras edifying, got some out of it next week. We're going to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Rakam Kadash. Double honors to the apostles, elders, and bishops of the Great Millstone. Shalom to the elect. Next week, the Waffle Baba Paul.
Come, Yasha. Shalom.
Sir. How long was on that joint?
Like a 210 piece.
Oh, shit.